Oh, there's a lot of energy in the studio this morning. A very good morning. Welcome to it. As South Africa celebrates Human Rights Day today, I'm going to say we commemorate. I never want to say Happy Human Rights Day until every human right is being met. But I'm going to say I appreciate being able to celebrate this moment with you, my brother. I love you, guy.
An important moment. Also, you know, we said a lot of energy in studio. It's because many people took off. They took leave today. So what we are doing, we are manning cameras today. We are also writing scripts. We're doing, what else are we doing today? We're cooking today as well. That's another thing. There's a lot of things going on today. But more importantly, Human Rights Day, as you mentioned, commemoration is very, very important. And also just to educate the younger generation. I think today, lovely public holiday, more fortnight time, but there's actually something else there. And that is us commemorating the beautiful, the history that we have in this country. And that's why we have a lot of things, a lot of cue points for you today, because the theme is 3 decades of respect for and promotion of human rights, because it's no good us just being free without having these moments where we can say, I'm feeling free, but I can be myself without judgment. I can express myself without persecution. And that's so important.
I absolutely love the fact that we are updating. And I know you mentioned young people. I think there are a few generations worth of us that need to be reminded of this.
Oh, yes.
And of course, our president will be delivering his keynote address later today, the 2024 Human Rights Day commemoration, and it'll be held at the George Tabe Stadium in Sharpeville in Gauteng. Hopefully, we'll see a huge number of young South Africans going out there to join him.
We will do also cross into Johannesburg to find out more about the Human Rights Day festival happening at Constitutional Hill, and that is just an idea as to how you can celebrate this amazing day.
I'll give you another idea how you can celebrate today. And you can start right now. You can, in fact, press play, because he is one of our favorites from one of our favorite bands, Beatenberg. Yes, we know Matthew Field is here looking amazing. Look at that photo. He looks even better.
Contemplative.
He is. I wonder what he's thinking about. We're going to ask him what he's contemplating today. And then, of course, we are gearing up for Easter, lest we forget. And Chef Clem is back with a flavorful hot cross bun waffle recipe.
What?
Donut. No, it's not a donut as well. Could be, though.
Yeah, it definitely could be. He's an overachiever, no doubt. But you know what? There is somebody else we have to bring in, because it's our right to bring in this particular individual to cover all of the action in Johannesburg. Zanele, good morning.
Good morning, my beautiful family. Oh, my goodness. On this public holiday, gents, I'm so glad I get to spend it with you. And Expresso family, thank you for joining us. We've got so much in store, especially as we come to you live from the Samsung showroom at Design Quarter in Johannesburg. And friend, you heard the scrumptious menu that is on the way. This is why you want to stay tuned, right? But then we also always tell you that this right here is where we get to have conversations as an Expresso family. So head over to social media, #Expresso Show, as well as sending in those voice notes, 063-408-8863. We want to know from you, because we know, just like the gentleman told you, it took us a long time to get to where we are today. There were so many historic events, and today on Human Rights Day, we get to celebrate, and more than anything else, just remind ourselves what it is that we did go through, which is why we commemorate the Sharpeville massacre, rather, as well as us 100% reminding ourselves why it is that it is so important that each and every one of us has freedom in the country of South Africa. So, my friend, do tell us, how are you spending this historic day? What are you going to be getting up to? I mean, of course, we're going to be having the great conversations that we are here on Expresso together. But then, after 9 a.m., what's going to be happening? How are you celebrating as we remember the incredible history that South Africa has and everything that has happened up until this point? It's all going to be going down, though, this morning here on Expresso. And trust me, you want to stick around. But for now, we need to handle some business, and Carl is standing by with the news headlines.
Thanks, Daniela. Let's take a look. Starting nationally, President Cyril Ramaphosa has indicated there will be more arrests arising from the Zondo Commission report into state capture. He said the people wished law enforcement agencies to act now, but there were ongoing investigations and arrests would take place. He said while they paid more than 1 billion rand for the Zondo Commission, contracts worth 86 billion have been cancelled and assets worth 64 billion rand have been forfeited to the state. Law enforcement agencies are following up on the findings of the Zondo Commission, but the process was taking time. Now, the Parliamentary Committee on Public Enterprises has recommended that the transaction under which the Takatso Consortium won the bid to buy over 51% of SAA be referred to the Special Investigation Unit. The committee says the department failed to dispute allegations that Takatso's name wasn't on the initial list of companies that submitted a bid. The committee was also of the opinion that the former Director General of the Department of Public Enterprises, Katatso Takuri's submission that SAA's assets were undervalued could not be proven as the transaction had been cancelled. On to international news. The French Navy has seized 10.7 tons of cocaine with a street value of hundreds of millions of dollars from a Brazilian fishing boat in the Gulf of Guinea. The operation off the coast of the West Africa targeted a Brazilian flagged boat measuring around 20 meters. French authorities requested the raid based on a tip-off from the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration. The 10.693 kilograms of cocaine seized has an estimated market value of some $754 million. Now, a South Korean cargo ship carrying chemicals has capsized off the west coast of Japan in rough sea conditions. The Japanese Coast Guard says 8 of the crew perished and 2 are missing. The crew of the vessel consisted of 2 Koreans, 8 Indonesians and a Chinese citizen. The ship was carrying acrylic acid used as an organic binder in paints and glues. It's reported that there hasn't been any spill. And American billionaire philanthropist Mackenzie Scott has made an incredibly generous donation of $640 million. That's approximately 11 billion rand to U.S. nonprofits, surpassing her original plans for the year. She has announced her intention to spread the love among 361 small groups out of 6,000 applicants. Scott's journey of giving has already seen her happily part ways with an impressive $16.5 billion since her 2019 divorce from Amazon's Jeff Bezos. This as a 4% stake in Amazon was included in her divorce settlement from Bezos, the company founder. With a net worth of $37.5 billion, Scott's commitment to sharing half her wealth over her lifetime shines brightly as she continues to uplift and empower communities in need through her generous contributions. That is it for your news for now. Another update in 1 hour, but let's exercise our human right to take a look at sport. Here's Graham.
Yes, thank you, Raul. Before everyone runs off to go and check their prenup agreements, let's get into a bit of sport and distract you for a second. And what a distraction it's going to be. The SA Cup kicks off again with a bang today as the Griquas and Leopards clash in Kimberley. Then we've got the reigning champions of the Currie Cup, the Cheetahs, and the First Division, the Boland Cavaliers. They go head-to-head in Bloemfontein. That should be a spectacular showdown. The exciting competition is going to feature 46 matches to sink our teeth into, serving as a bridge between pre-season and, of course, that Currie Cup action. And in 2025, the top 4 teams will advance to the Currie Cup Premier Division, which is quite a step up, and the rest will then compete in that First Division. But great to see a feeding system like this active. Now we turn to Liverpool's journey, and their hierarchy revamp continues as Richard Hughes now steps in as sporting director following his departure from Bournemouth. So set to commence duties on the 1st of June, Hughes brings over 2 decades of camaraderie with newly appointed chief executive Michael Edwards. Clearly a lot of chemistry there. The duo's history dates back to their Portsmouth days. I think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Now, sadly, we turn to the African Games, and not the best outing in a gripping showdown at the Ahmoda Cricket Stadium. Team South Africa were sent out of the competition by a resurgent Ugandan side that really hit their straps with a paltry 95 to defend. South Africa's bowlers fought valiantly, pushing the game to the wire. And Brian Masaba's heroic innings, including 2 crucial sixes in that final over, sealing the victory for Uganda, would be a big one for them. And, of course, leaving South Africa absolutely shattered. So the loss dashes South Africa's hopes for a semi-final spot, placing them 3rd in their group behind Uganda and Kenya. Now we turn to Formula One, and a story that's been bubbling under for a while now. FIA President Mohammed bin Sulayman has been cleared by Formula One's Ethics Committee of allegations involving race interference in Saudi Arabia and Las Vegas last season. So accused of impeding circuit approval for the Las Vegas Grand Prix and then meddling in the Saudi round in Jeddah, bin Sulayman, he's faced whistleblower accusations, but he seems to have come through the fire. The FIA's compliance department, with external advisors, conducted comprehensive investigations into the claims, as stated in the announcement, but it seems like he is in the clear. And that's where we leave our sporting headlines for this hour, at least. We'll touch on them again at 7 o'clock right now. Hopefully you're going to spend the day outdoors, reveling in your human rights. So let's see if the weather's going to play its part.
Let's take a look at the weather, shall we? And I want to start with a bit of a warning. The SA Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms, including heavy downpours, hail, damaging winds and excessive lightning, which may lead to localized flooding of roads and bridges, as well as structural damage and service disruptions due to power surges, posing a danger to life. These conditions are expected over Gauteng, the eastern parts of Northwest, and the Free State, the Highveld of Mpumalanga, as well as the western parts of KwaZulu-Natal. Moreover, a heat wave with persistent high temperatures is forecast for the West Coast district of the Western Cape and the western parts of the Namakwa district, along with extreme hot and uncomfortable conditions in some areas of the West Coast district of the Western Cape. Do remember to share some sunrise views to lighten the mood, if you don't mind, to 063 408 8863. We would really love to actually see how you wake up in the morning with that beautiful sunrise. It's always a pleasure seeing that right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, if you're wondering about the temperatures, I told you heat wave is afoot. Let's take a look at a temperature in your area.
It's hot out there, so don't even go out your house. Just don't do it yet, okay? We've got you covered. No, there is a reason, incentive to stay indoors right now, because it's time to gear up and get ready to play Sports Stake 8 fixture list, 702. And we love to get specific with this one. But why? Because there is a jackpot of over 1.6 million rand today. Imagine winning that for just betting on your favorite sport. Boom.
This is great. So I know you have the sixth sense for sports, and if you do, you should play now. You should walk into a store now on the nationallottery.co.za website. You can walk in there, but that's more virtually. And then you got the mobile app where you can simply dial *120 *7529 hash. That's for USSD, and it could be your day to win.
And win big, but you've got to put yourself in the running and test your knowledge to be Injaya game.
Yes!
Come on.
All right.
It's a lot of money, dude.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, actually. I wonder if I should play. Anyway, so lined up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, if you are interested, we've got so many different things. We've got recipes and artists, and it's great. It really is.
And of course, we are commemorating Human Rights Day today in a number of different ways. Zanele is up in Johannesburg, and of course, massive celebrations, commemorations happening on Constitution Hill today. We're going to be your plug-in, give you all of the details of how you can go out and connect with your fellow South Africans on a vitally important day.
And someone's going to win today. One Expresso viewer is going to win something fantastic, and I'm talking about some cash. It is your right to win, and it's a right to stay here on S3, on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So make sure you don't go anywhere. Graham and I will be waiting for you when you return.
It just feels right. It does.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Oh, how can it not be a good morning when we get to be together, even on a public holiday? This is what family is about, okay? Not just being together on a public holiday, but also having important conversations. Because my friend, Constitutional Hill, has in fact decided to yet again be the backdrop of the Human Rights Festival for 2024 in its 6th edition. And at a time where in South Africa we find ourselves, where we see South Africa as just a little bit in crisis when we take a look at the constitutional vision of social justice as well as human rights. My friend, it is where we see a little bit of a breaking point that is happening. But that is why we have things like the Human Rights Festival, as well as us just having to get these conversations going. So I am talking about the fact that each and every day for the next 3 days, the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, it is going to be at Constitutional Hill, where everyone is free to come in and you get to come and be a part of this festival. It starts at 10 a.m. and on Sunday, the 24th, it starts at 6 a.m. where we talk about the ever iconic We the People walk that is going to be happening. Now, I'm actually just someone who has learned about this, but we actually have a person who is going to be explaining it to us in the most beautiful way in terms of what it is that happens when we talk about the Human Rights Festival. So everybody, please welcome to Expresso this morning. It is none other than the Constitutional Hill events and festival producer. It is Mandile Fakude. Hi, Mandile.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
That's
Thank
good. Are
you
you
very much.
excited?
We're excited.
Yes.
We're gearing up to the 6th edition of the Human Rights Festival. It's a beautiful one.
It is. And thank you for waking up early for us.
Yes,
I mean, you could have been
yes.
anywhere else. It's a public holiday and everything.
Maybe on site, continue with the festival.
Exactly. But this is something huge, Mandile,
Yes.
and you guys are doing such incredible work. I mean, I think that one of the most important things is us celebrating Human Rights Day. So happy Human Rights
Yes,
Day.
happy Human Rights Day to you and all South Africans.
Yes. But let's talk about this incredible theme that you guys have for 2024, which of course is Seize the Power.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
Seize the Power is a call to action for all South Africans. Seize the Power means that remember who you are as a South African in a democratic South Africa. One of our forever running themes is inspired by the opening line of the preamble to the South African Constitution called We the People.
Sure.
We the People is the first line that you see to such an inspiring preamble that actually reminds South Africans and gives them actually the ideas and gives them the way and paves the way to how do we build a better South Africa for all who live in it.
100%.
So Seize the Power is to remind people that the power is with the people.
Come on.
And the changes that we want to see are actually within us as the South African society.
I love that. And I also love it because, I mean, as South Africa, we have the best constitution in the world.
Oh, yes.
No one can fight us.
We must never forget that.
Exactly. We the people, we do have power.
We embody the idea of we the people.
100%.
Yeah, through our rule of law, yes.
I love it.
Yes,
and I mean, when we talk about us and being South Africa, having things like the right to vote, you know, why do you think that it's so important for us to highlight that and make sure that when the general elections do come up in the next bit, we are there voting?
Yeah. We need to, today is a day of commemoration and to remember what happened.
Yes.
If you actually remember the visuals, if you know the visuals, some of us were not there, but the visuals of the Sharpeville massacre, of a woman shot down, lying on the ground. It's actually, we always need to remember that as South Africans, the right to vote was a costly one.
It was a costly one.
Blood was shed, people died, and actually being an active citizen is being part of the decision-making of our country. And not only are you an active citizen when you take the stand and go to those polls and vote, you show patriotism as well.
Come on.
The love for one's country, which is what we, programs, the ones that we do at Constitution Hill, need to ignite in people, the love for one's country. And that's very important.
Yeah.
And once again, once every 5 years, the Constitution of South Africa gives South Africans that opportunity.
Come on. And I mean, we're celebrating the 30th anniversary of our democracy. And it's a huge thing. I feel like there are so many people who are young. I mean, I'm only 30. I am the age of the democracy.
I'm also a Tinswalo myself.
Yes, come on. Well, I always joke and I say I was there for 40 days, but it's fine.
Okay, I was there before.
Exactly. But I feel like, you know, when we talk about us and this incredible place that we are in right now, but then the important space that we're going into as well. You know, what would you say to young people, and especially in terms of going into this festival? What do you want them to take away from us and this specific day that we're celebrating?
30 years of democracy is, with every milestone comes reflection. With every milestone comes a reflection.
Yes.
The Human Rights Festival is creating an opportunity where South Africans can come into one space and actually reflect on what this milestone means to them, and actually have these conversations that we are struggling to have sometimes. So it's actually a time to encourage people to come together and speak about these issues that we have.
Yes, amazing. Thank you, Mandile. You're not going anywhere. No. You got to make sure that you stick around, Expresso family, because this conversation is going to be continuing right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. But for now, we got Carl, who's standing by in Cape Town.
I am Zanele for one good reason, because you know what, we have winners and we love winners here. There's something about having healthy children that just brings peace. Now, Panado recently gave you the chance to win 2,000 Rand cash for telling us one of 4 of the additive frees and why Panado grape is the clear choice for you as a parent. And congratulations to our winner this morning, Khomotso Ndovu. Congratulations, Khomotso. Yes, good morning. How are you feeling?
I'm very well.
Lovely. Well, happy Human Rights Day. I want to read your comment, which was, it's tartrazine free. Panado grape is the clear choice for me as a parent, as it ensures my children gets the pain and fever care they need without any harmful additives. Hashtag power to fight pain. Hashtag Panado SA. Hashtag winner. That's what you are, Khomotso. Now you've won yourself 2,000 Rand. How will the money come in handy for you?
Okay. On the 29th of March is my daughter's birthday, so I was very broke. So now that I have won this 2,000 Rand, I will make sure that I buy her a birthday cake.
That is so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing, and happy birthday as well. This is absolutely incredible, and I'm glad that we could enable you today as your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So enjoy your Human Rights Day, and thank you so much for entering the competition. Happy birthday, of course, to the family member, and remember, have the best day possible, Khomotso.
Thank you so much.
Bless you. That was a beautiful story, and congratulations to all of our winners of this incredible competition. And thanks to Panado, you have the power to fight your children's pain.
New Panado grape flavor syrup, colorant, tartrazine, alcohol, and sugar-free. Giving you the power to fight their pain in a new flavor that is great. I mean grape. It's a clear choice in fast pain and fever relief.
Now, lest we forget, today is International Fragrance Day as well, and Taryn Oppel is going to be our plug-in point. She is going to bring us all the latest fragrances that you can quite literally have on your body going into International Fragrance Day, which is going to be very special. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun as Zanele takes her first very brave steps into the world of boxing. If you're looking for a new way to get fit, fighting fit, this morning, Zanele's got that and a whole lot more. We'll be reconnecting with Joburg after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3, and we're so glad we get to be together, my love, particularly on a public holiday. We're here to put a smile on your face, but also to have the conversations that matter. So this is why we are all in the name of making sure that we are, in fact, encouraging active citizenry right here on Human Rights Day, as well as having this important conversation with Mandile Fakute, who is the Constitution Hill events and festival producer. And one thing I know is that we're going to walk away from this conversation feeling a little bit more like we need to 100% make sure we know everything we need to know about our human rights and how we can encourage them some more in our country. Mandile, are you still good?
I'm still good.
I'm
still
so
good.
glad.
Yeah.
Hey, and especially because you have a long day ahead of you.
No, I have to be good.
Exactly.
It's a long day. It's a long weekend.
Yes, but
Yeah.
how are you feeling about the festival?
It's exciting.
Yes.
It's exciting having to work with such creative people, having to work with such knowledgeable people in the industry. So it's quite good.
I love that. Let's get into these conversations, because earlier on you did say that there are certain conversations that are difficult to have.
Yeah.
So the ones that need to be had, what do you think is holding us back from doing so?
I think the history of our country is one of the deep cut.
Sure.
Is a sad and long one. When you bring about these conversations, you bring about feelings of anger, rage, sadness. And actually, those are feelings that people don't want to feel. But actually, what we need to realize is that having those conversations would lead us into the healing space that our country needs, the healing space that our country is forever waiting for, where it will actually say, it is fine, it happened, and this is how I feel about all of that. So we need to realize that conversations are opportunities to bring about solutions. Conversations are opportunities to bring about a better way of dealing with each other. And what better way it is actually to remember the pillars of our Constitution that actually inspire that.
100%. And I mean, of course, it being Human Rights Day today and the Human Rights Festival, we're going to be talking about human rights. But what are these specific conversations we're going to be having around them?
We will be having conversations like we spoke about the 30 years of democracy being a huge milestone. Actually, today we're having key conversations. To name one is actually a conversation on 30 years of democracy, to look back and where are we right now, which is going to be hosted by the We the People Trust. And it's who said former Justice Albie Sachs is going to be sitting there and having that conversation. We've got as well the ICJ case conversation, which is also part of our key conversations. We know that South Africa took a stand and actually went to stand at the ICJ and actually said, enough is enough. We've seen a lot. But actually, what is it that South Africans need to understand about this? And why is international solidarity something that is important to South Africa? And also, just to name another one, is actually what actually moved my heart was the importance of the LGBTI vote specifically. Why is it important for queer people to actually vote? With everything that is actually happening. It's hosted by the Tamitish Foundation and a lot more as well.
Yes, that's so beautiful. And I think that it's always so important for us to, like you said, have those conversations, but also have them honestly. And I think that you guys are you're making that space be exactly where people can be safe and have them. So shout out to you guys first and foremost. But also, earlier on, I mentioned that on Sunday, 6 a.m., we're going to We the People Walk, the 5th edition. Speak to us about this. Why is it such a big thing?
The We the People Walk is a very important thing for us. It's actually to call on South Africa to take action after the festival. We've spoken. We've actually spoken solutions, problems.
You've said what we need to say.
Listen, we're going to be dancing on Saturday because we've got a musical festival part of the festival. But also now take action for what you believe in. When we opened our registration for the We the People Walk, we asked people to decide on which cause are they working for. Climate change, GBV, you name it. What exactly is it that moves you as a South African that you want to take action in? So we'll be seeing people in different industries, but also the ordinary South African wearing their We the People Walk T-shirt, actually, remembering that taking onto the streets is part of seizing the power. as part of the Human Rights Festival.
And letting everyone know that we're here.
Actually, being
We
loud.
are
And
here.
actually, yes. Of course.
I love it. And
Yeah.
of course, I also know that when it comes to the general elections, you guys are going to be having conversations around that,
Of course,
right?
of course.
So with that being said, I mean, you are on national TV right now, Bandile. Everybody can hear you. I want to hear your very best speech if you are going to be a candidate who
Wow.
is going to be voted for in the 2024 elections. What would you say to the young people to get them to go out there and vote?
I think I would not talk as a candidate. I would talk as a
Yes.
actual ordinary South African.
Okay,
to
let's
tell
do it.
people to exercise that vote. Like I said, it was a costly right to obtain. So be out there, make a decision, take the opportunity that you're being given and use it wisely
Yes.
to actually build a better South Africa. Waking up every morning and making decisions like that for not just for you, but for everyone else is actually everyone's responsibility. Creating a better society for all South Africans is an everyday thing. I would say think about that and think about what actually has been lost for us to obtain this.
Come on.
See you at the polls.
We'll see you at the,
We'll see you at the polls.
everyone will see you at the
Exactly.
polls. I love
Everyone.
that.
Yes, everyone will see you at the
Hashtag
polls.
see you at the polls.
Exactly.
There we go. You see, he is a candidate. I don't know why he's running away from it. But it is always so great for us to have these conversations, Expresso family. And thank you so much for joining in with us. And I can tell you this much. We're going to be continuing to have them as we commemorate everything that has to do with Human Rights Day and why it is we celebrate this day indeed. For now, though, Graham is standing by in Cape Town. What's happening, Graham?
There is nothing more memorable than a scent. We know this, man. We know what it does to us when we embrace that and how much of a confidence booster it can be. It holds the ability to bring about nostalgia, to speak to your heart and hopefully someone else's heart as well. So it's no surprise that we have a day dedicated to celebrating the existence of fragrances. And today is, in fact, International Fragrance Day because it matters. And here to guide us through the process of choosing and applying our favorite scents is stylist and creative director Taryn Oppel, who is not an expert on scents, but everything you say makes sense.
Right, hopefully.
Always, girl. You've proven that beyond a shadow of a doubt. The bottom line is our fragrance, even the bottle, and let's pay homage to the gorgeous bottles that is, I think, that first touch point, but this is an extension of our style.
Yes.
Our scent is an extension of our style
Absolutely.
and personality.
And the bottles sort of represent, you know, the designers behind the fragrance
For
as well.
sure.
So that's a really nice thing to put on your shelf or, you know, in your little beauty cabinet.
And don't you feel so proud when you got a couple of fragrances laid out? You're like, I
know,
am
I'm
wealthy.
like, I've made it.
I've done it. Now, the bottles are gorgeous, and they do speak to, I would imagine, the essence of the scent as well. So that can be your first guide when wanting to find the right scent for you. But it can be daunting because selection is so wide. What do you recommend when looking at, what process do you go through for yourself when looking for the scent that works?
So it can be quite overwhelming because, you know, it's quite a commitment when that seal is broken on the box. You got to commit to it, you know. But there are ways to, you know, make the sort of experience of purchasing a fragrance quite easy.
Okay.
I think the first thing is to narrow down what sort of fragrance note you're more inclined to. Are you more of a warm, fresh, oriental or woody type person?
Yeah, I always look at it like, is it a more spicy vibe or is it a kind of
Are you into more floral or citrus or like an ocean sea breeze?
Or a mix of
which
all
is more
of
like
them.
me. Yeah.
sure.
And you could mix all of them too, but we'll get to that later. And then obviously there's recommendations. I mean, you might discover fragrances that you haven't heard of before just by someone suggesting something. Or what I do is if you walk past me and you smell incredible, I'm like, what are you wearing?
Yeah.
And then I try it and see if it works on me.
Can be a little bit weird though.
Not in a creepy way. Not in a creepy way.
No, but for sure, because also you need to smell a scent on yourself. It's not just about picking up the bottle and smelling it. There's some other chemistry that goes on in that space, and everyone has a different scent that works for them.
Exactly.
And that will stay on for longer. So my next question is, because we value what's inside the elixir so much, you want to make sure that that scent lasts. How do we achieve that?
Okay, so first of all, you should apply your fragrance to a well-moisturized skin because it's almost like an adhesive to your skin.
Cool.
And also spray in the pulse points, so at your wrist, on the inside of your elbow, behind your ears, all of those pulse points, like they sort of ignite the fragrance a little bit more because they warm up in a way.
For sure,
You know?
I get that.
And then, what else? I'm lost.
No, I love it. And the thing for me is, like, you don't want it all to be sitting on your clothes. So are you one of the people who sprays it in the air and then, like,
Oh,
runs
no,
through, or...
no. Because I also like to wear different kind of fragrances. So I like to apply it on my skin, not my clothes, so that if I swap out, you know, my clothes, it doesn't smell like the previous fragrance.
My,
you know what I mean?
wardrobe department right now is just rolling their eyes at me. They're rolling their eyes at me.
No, but I mean, you could also, in another way, sort of blend your fragrances that live in the same family. Like, you know, you layer your lipstick and you layer your eyeshadow to create a different. You can build it, and it sort of changes over time and throughout the day. So that's a really great tip as well.
I love that. Then maybe a good way to think about this from the angle of how this can represent the style or what you're trying to achieve.
Yes.
Because there is a link there, and there'll be moments where I'll want to wear a particular fragrance if I'm all dressed up and I'm doing a particular activity, if I'm on a stage. And often it's not about the people that are going to be smelling me, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's more about how I feel and the confidence boost that it gives me. Other days,
Absolutely.
I don't want to go full on, and you want a slightly lighter scent. So how can your scent be an extension of your style?
Right, so you should think of your fragrances like you think about your wardrobe. I mean, if you're having a super casual day, or if you have a daytime event, you're going to go for something like the Versace, which is quite fresh and florally. And then, you know, if you're going to switch to a sort of nighttime soiree, you could go for the Rabanne, which is gorgeous.
A little bit more
that is
heady as
amazing.
well, yeah.
And then for men, I'm really obsessed with the Burberry Hero. This is great for daytime, I think. And then we've got the Dolce & Gabbana and the Narciso Rodriguez for him, which is more of your nighttime, musky, sort of richer fragrances, which are really great.
I love that, and it's worth spending a bit of time with a fragrance expert in store to test these things, because they'll know better than most.
Absolutely.
And it's amazing how often you'll walk in and they're like, okay, you're a Hugo Boss kind of guy, or they'll just get
just
that.
by your style.
Are there any fragrances that really leap off the page for you? Obviously, there is a huge selection available. What gets you really excited?
I'm really a sort of fresh fragrance girl. So, like, I love the smell of, like, fresh cotton and, like, sea breeze, and maybe something a little bit floral, but not too sort of potpourri. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like you leave for your gran. But yeah, that's sort of where I resonate, because my style in general is quite laid back. And if I do dress up, it's like quite lighthearted. So that's something that I lean towards. I don't know what sort of thing you like to go for.
I've kind of gone a few different directions, and I think as I've aged, my appreciation and what I want out of a fragrance has changed. But I recently got reintroduced to, like, pleasures, or those smells that first got me into the fragrance game, and it's like, wow, I can remember how I felt when I wore that fragrance.
It's like nostalgic.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got from every generation or every era of my kind of generational growth, I've got that, which I absolutely love. Now, I'm trying to talk to you here, but my eyes are being blinded because the light is reflecting off your hand to such a degree. Can you please hold that little hand up with that giant rock on there? Can we just get a round of applause because someone has been hit? Congratulations.
Thanks, Graham.
What fragrance will you be wearing to the wedding? Hey, can we make you really nervous?
This is gonna be it for me.
And he'll love it.
Oh, we'll
so
see.
congratulations to
Thank
both
you
of you, man.
so
That is
much.
absolutely
Thank you.
wonderful. You are so deserving of this happy life, girl. Go and embrace it.
Thank you so much,
And thank
Graham.
you for helping us embrace the process of selecting that right fragrance for you. I know it can be quite daunting because there is so much to choose from. So let's make it quite simple. And of course, you can create perfect poetry with your own dream scent that will leave you an everlasting impression, and you can shop it all at Woolworths in-store, online, or on the app. Plus, you can stand a chance of winning one of 5 Antonio Banderas to the value of 1,140 Rand each. Simply reply to the competition post on our Facebook, our Instagram, or our X pages and tell us what your ultimate fragrance is. Push the boat out. Okay, it's a safe place, and you could be winning and winning big. Don't forget to hashtag Woolies Beauty to get yourself into that competition. And of course, it closes on Sunday, the 24th of March. But you can find all the T's and C's that apply on expressoshow.com. Good luck. And Taryn, congratulations.
Thanks,
once
Graham.
again,
Thank
my
you.
friend.
So happy that you are staying engaged on your Feel Good Breakfast show. It's fantastic. And you know what? There are many reasons to. In fact, still ahead, we do have something special. Easter indulgence is a real thing. However, you need a dietitian to give you some tips to ensure that you can just stay nice and regular around this time of year. We got you covered. And then a book review. I love books. The Adventures of Ra Matlalatlale is coming your way with Zanele, so make sure you stay right there at your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast show.
Good morning. If you are awake in this public holiday, this is your Feel Good Breakfast show. An honor to chat to you and be in your company as we get ready to indulge in festive Easter delights. There's so many of them. But the reality is occasional constipation may decide to join the celebration. But fear not. We've got some tips and tricks to ensure a comfortable and enjoyable long weekend. And here to guide us through is dietitian Kim Hoffman, who's woken up just for you to make sure we are getting the information we require. Kim, thank you so much. I had to call you urgently, and you were like, huh? And I was like, please come to studio. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
But you look very awake, which is important. But let's be honest, it's that time of the year. Yes. Easter brings about delights of various acidity levels through its sugar delights, through pickled fish, through hot cross buns, you know how it goes. But the reality is that constipation may actually just come into the mix there with regard to the variety of certain things. So let's talk about identifying some of the common, I'm going to say, factors around, you know, constipation and why it actually arises, especially at this time of the year with this type of indulgence.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the reason it happens is three main ones.
Yes.
Fiber intakes are decreased. Fluid intakes are decreased. People don't drink enough water.
Very true.
And then just a routine or lifestyle change, or even just changing the pattern of your eating, can cause that occasional constipation.
So basically when you eat the pickled fish and then the hot cross bun straight after, and then the Easter egg, it just kind of your body's like, what is going on here?
Yes, this is different.
Where's the veg and water?
Where's my fiber?
Yes, that makes sense. But in terms of dietary choices, you know, we want to make sure that their tips and tricks are there. So, you know, is it as simple as just making sure you add the water, add the fiber? What type of fibers, let's just say to hack Easter, what type of fibers could we include amidst all of these very iconic indulgences around this time of year?
Yeah, so increasing fiber actually just means lots of fruit and veg and whole grains. So if you can incorporate those into your day still, at least somewhat, then your body is still going to be able to do what it needs to do. So vegetables, there's beautiful examples of how to do vegetable platters into a kind of shape of a bunny with with an egg. So there's so many then Google it.
Yes.
Get some ideas, but there are definitely nice, fun ways to get vegetables as part of it.
Quick one in terms of fiber and fruit. Which fruit do you think is good for someone?
All of them.
All of them.
Fiber.
So are
Fruit
you
contains
saying
fiber, yes.
that we could hide Easter eggs and, let's just say, apples.
Yes, yes,
Then there's a balance.
yes. Hide some fruit.
Look at us
Or-
hacking Easter. I love this. This is fantastic. But what other things can we do, especially hydration-wise, to prevent constipation?
So hydration-wise, it's just about taking in fluid. So water is definitely your best.
Yeah.
Remember, though, that alcohol intakes generally increase also in these kind of holiday times,
Yeah.
and they dehydrate the body.
Okay.
So moderate your alcohol intake and make sure water or other fluids like juices or milk or other fluids like teas,
Yes.
those kind of things can be part as well to increase your hydration. So it's trying to think outside of alcohol in terms of what you're taking in.
I had to look, I had to look very sternly there. Think outside the alcohol. You don't need that to have a good time this Easter. All right. So, but let's talk about the digestive health. It seems to affect everything in one's body, and
Yes.
there's got to be a reason for that. So just to help the understanding, because some people need the motivation. They're like, why should I do that? I'm trying to have a good time, and you're talking about gut health. What's going on? So let's talk about that for a second. Why is digestive well-being so connected to the rest of your body function?
So there's a lot of studies coming out that your gut bacteria, which are housed in the colon,
Yes.
or the large intestine, actually run the whole body system.
Wow.
Yeah. So if they're not happy and if we don't have the right balance of helpful versus harmful bacteria, then we're going to find the body's not working that well and
Yes.
illnesses can come about. So we need to put the bacteria in, so probiotic foods, sauerkraut, kimchi,
Yes.
kefir water,
Yeah.
all of those kind of things. Then we need the fiber, because that's the fuel for the bacteria.
Yes.
And when they get good fuel, then the helpful ones proliferate. So there's lots of them then, they can grow and multiply. And then water definitely is needed to soften those stools so
Yes.
that they can pass more easily through the system. Remember, when we don't have water, when the system or the gut is low on water, it's in the bowels are, or the food is in the gut more for longer,
Yeah.
more water gets drawn out, everything gets more difficult to move, and that's why we can get the occasional constipation happening.
This is great. Thank you for the preventative tips and tricks. We appreciate that. And we also hope that you have a fantastic Easter.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving us exactly what we need. And as you heard, of course, constipation can be in the mix if you don't look at those principles. Hydration, important. Fiber, important. And my favorite, think outside the alcohol this Easter. Now, if you are looking for that type of alleviation of any of those Easter indulgences, well, Microlax works from 5 to 15 minutes. And of course, versus oral treatment, which can take anything between, 2 to 72 hours. It's reliable and effective relief from occasional constipation. It's easy to use and gentle to administer. It's not like a regular enema, and suitable for adults and babies. So the elderly and young babies are most susceptible to constipation, and Microlax is suitable and convenient for both and everyone in between. Just an idea for you as you enjoy your Easter. If you need a bit of help, there it is. Now bid farewell to occasional constipation blues and get ready to step into a lighter and more vibrant you this Easter.
Oh, thank you so much for that discussion. A vital one, because yes, we will be indulging. Such is our right over Easter, and we want to do it in style with our favorite mellow eggs. And of course, we put it to you guys a little bit earlier this week to help us try to figure out what the latest Beacon mellow eggs flavor is. And we thought we'd get into some of that. Nice. It's not going to help you digest the calories any
it not?
faster, my
Okay.
friend. I'll just accept the fact that we get to have as much fun and cool, yummy things as we want going into Easter. That's the rule, and I'm making it so. But of course, Beacon Mallows is taking Easter to the next level this year with that introduction of that new flavor. So let's take a gander at our social media platforms to see what you guys have been guessing around this flavor. Ooh, gingerbread.
Gingerbread.
I was thinking like a spiced pumpkin vibe, but that actually might be on the money. Well done.
Rum and raisin.
Rum and raisin.
Diane. That actually could work, but I'm liking where the spice is because, I mean, hot cross buns synonymous with spice. That actually could be something over there. Liking it so
Ooh,
far.
I like that. Let that
Eh?
germinate. Let that
That's it,
germinate
that's
just
it.
a little bit. And Tom Zankai is saying a new Beacon Treats flavor could be something like salted caramel crunch or mint chocolate swirl. You're just putting it out there, hey? Now that, you know, the product developers of Beacon are like, oh, okay, let's do it, let's do it.
Yeah, you're giving them ideas. You should get some royalties for that, don't you?
Look, that's not the new flavor, but it's one of my favorite newer flavors. Okay, we've got our strawberry right here, so no guesses as to how amazing these are.
Great.
I like your suggestion there, dude.
Anything
Hot
spice.
cross bun vibes. I still can't move away from like a spiced pumpkin flavor. There was just something so earthy and beautiful and
Would work.
almost Christmassy. I love it. So, of course, Easter egg hunts are part of the heart and soul of this time of the year. So we want to make our scavenger hunts next level.
We got to.
We've got to. So I'm thinking with my kids, they're at that perfect age, like maybe a little treasure map vibe with clues that they've got to figure out, or
That's
maybe
it.
like a little challenge, shoot the hoop to get the da-da-da, you know.
To get the clue, to
because
reveal
they're
the clue.
so competitive.
Love that.
I love that. And then you just watch your Easter descend into mad competitive craziness. And then they've got to have an egg-eating competition at the end.
Inevitably, it's going to happen that way. I love these, you know, you kind of, when you bite into them, you kind of go, mellows.
I would do the same, just not in key.
No, it's fine.
Oh,
Still works,
absolutely
though.
delicious. I think the desiccated coconut on the top is absolutely perfect.
This is really
It might
good.
have been new favorites, but who knows? It could be the new flavor that makes your scavenger hunt even better. Beacon is now giving you guys the chance to win one of 4 sorbet vouchers to the value of 1,000 Rand. But you've got to tune in tomorrow to find out how to enter. Sorry, that was a little bit of a dirty trick. Hashtag let the hunt begin. We're going to have a very long build-up to our Easter festivities, and we are here for that.
Indeed. And in fact, Zanele, I'm sorry, we would like to give you one of these, but we can't. But either way, you are exquisite.
Carl, I'll tell you this much. Whenever I get to speak to you, it's always exciting. So thank you. Thank you, my friend. I love it. And you know what? I'm super excited for Easter now. But something else I'm excited for is us getting into what I call absolute bliss, which is us enjoying African literature. In a little bit, right here on the Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso family, we're going to be hearing from a queen. We're looking at a book review of Ramatlakale. And then I actually am a little bit scared because I have to go and take off these heels. We're going to be getting into a boxing lesson for who? Me. Woo! It's going to be happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. But make sure you do not go anywhere because we're going to take a short break and we'll be back on the other side of this.
Oh, you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, public holiday is always so scrumptious, especially when we get to have such beautiful times together here on Expresso. And I say that because this morning we have got a queen in the building. She goes by the name of Kagiso Molete, and she is not only a mother, a voiceover artist, a writer, and also, forgive me, award-winning writer, in fact, and someone who continues to push African literature forward. And this is why we had to bring her to the couch today at the Samsung showroom in Design Quarter in Johannesburg, all in the name of celebrating her brand new book, The Adventures of Ramatlale. And I say, everybody, please can we welcome Kagiso to the studio. Kagiso, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You look so gorgeous, and you're in my favorite color.
Thank you.
Ooh. But we are excited about this book. And my love, I have to ask you this morning because I feel like you're a woman who is from Soweto.
Yes.
You grew up there. And from a young age, you had curiosity about, you know, where people are from and everything, right?
Yes.
What sparked that curiosity?
So the curiosity started. I mean, you know, we come to Joburg, we come to Soweto. Most people are here to work, you know, and we get to learn a lot of things, and a lot of people get to know a lot of people. And it just sparked that curiosity that where's everyone from? Because most people are here to work, and it's just that diversity where we can all be in one place and speak different languages. So the language was the most important thing that made me very interested in it.
And one thing I also know about language is that it's so important in the sense that I grew up in the Eastern Cape. I only got exposed to someone who's Tswana, I think, when I was like 16 years old.
Imagine.
Which is crazy, right?
Yes.
So I think it's so beautiful that that happened, and now we have this writer that is in front of us, and someone who has done so much. But I want to take it to the beginning.
Yes.
Because you obviously had your very first book, and the one that, you know, inspired you to keep going. What was it about?
So the book that I wrote is what's called Mammu, right? It was a flower whisperer. It's about this girl that had a gift, but mostly it was a gift that lies in each child and each of us, which is love. It was about self-love, unity, just communities sticking together, working together, loving each other as African people, basically. So just to enforce that and to teach kids that unity is important from a young age. We don't have to learn it when we are older.
Sure. And also, I think that it's so special that you chose to go in the children's literature direction, because you could have gone anywhere, right?
Yes.
Why the children's literature, my babe?
I think the biggest thing is that I'm a parent and I'm a mother, right? And I found that I struggle with time, making time for my kids, reading to my kids. And even with the books or the books I write, I always write books with busy parents in mind, parents that are working. It's a quick read, you can get there, give your kids their lessons, it's interactive, it's fun. So I think it's mostly that,
Yes. And you know what? Something about South Africa, right? It is where we find the danger. That is where the danger is sometimes. So I think, you know, it's not surprising that The Adventures of Ramatlale is about safety.
Yes.
Speak to us about this beautiful book and, you know, why it's so special for you.
So why this book is so special, I'm from Soweto, right? And where I stay, there's a school nearby. And kids get stolen, guys. It's, you know, we don't talk about this enough, but kids get stolen.
Yes.
And I wanted to be able to empower kids, to be able to take care of themselves, to be aware. And it's mostly the power of awareness. So it follows this little young boy, Butali, you know, he's a smart boy, loved in the community by these older, like these grannies, you know?
Yes.
And one day, it's his 7th birthday, he has to go to the shops on his own for the first time. It's pretty far, he does it on his own, but he faces some challenges on the way. And he uses some of my safety guides that I list in the book. And using that, it helped him to overcome it and be safe. So it's to really empower kids, guys. Let's empower. Kids are so important because they teach us so much.
100%.
And we must also be open to teaching them in a way that they understand and it's fun.
Yes. Kagiso, thank you for that, because I think that your literature allows our kids to see themselves in a book, which is beautiful.
Yes.
So well done to you, and congratulations on this new book.
Thank you.
Her name is Kagiso Molete, an absolute queen, someone who honestly and truly, like I said, is pushing African literature forward. It is so beautiful to see, and this is why we love having conversations around things like this. But my friend, we are nowhere near done this morning. We got so much more that is still on the way, and that's why right now Graham is standing by in Cape Town.
And Carl. Let's take a look at your news. And starting with nationally, the Minister of Justice and Correctional Services, Ronald Lamola, says the United Arab Emirates, the UAE, is not cooperating in extraditing the Gupta brothers to South Africa. Now, Atul and Rajesh Gupta are wanted on charges of fraud and money laundering related to state capture. Last year, the UAE refused South Africa's application for the extradition of the two brothers. Lamola described the refusal as contravening Article 17 of the UN Convention Against Corruption signed by both countries. Lamola says the UAE hasn't provided a reason why SA's request was refused. Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa has indicated there will be more arrests arising from the Zondo Commission report into state capture. He said the people wished law enforcement agencies to act now, but there were ongoing investigations and arrests would take place. He said while they paid more than 1 billion rand for the Zondo Commission, contracts worth 86 billion rand have been cancelled and assets worth 64 billion rand have been forfeited to the state. Law enforcement agencies are following up on the findings of the Zondo Commission, but the process was taking time. On to international news. A rare and endangered pygmy hippopotamus was recently born at Athens Attica Zoological Park, marking the first such birth in a decade and bringing immense joy to conservationists. The zoo's staff facing challenges in breeding due to a lack of male pygmy hippos in captivity are elated that the newborn, or shall I say elated that the newborn is a boy. It's especially significant as pygmy hippos are endangered, with only about 2,500 remaining in the wild. The zoo fervently hopes that the baby will grow into a healthy adult and contribute to the conservation of this vulnerable species. Now, the French Navy has seized 10.7 tons of cocaine with a street value of hundreds of millions of dollars from a Brazilian fishing boat in the Gulf of Guinea. The operation off the coast of West Africa targeted a Brazilian-flagged boat measuring around 20 meters. French authorities requested the raid based on a tip-off from the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration. The 10.693 kilograms of cocaine seized has an estimated market value of some $754 million. And when vacationing, the aim is to have fun. But where does one go? Now, France leads Europe and ranks second globally for enjoyment, closely followed by the UK as Europe's second and the world's third most fun destination. The USA claims the title of the world's most fun country. Far and Wide international travel company credits France's Joie de Vivre for its top spot in Europe, thanks to its diverse attractions from Parisian wonders like the Eiffel Tower, Montmartre, as well as Moulin Rouge, and walks along the Seine to the beach paradises such as Saint-Tropez, as well as Nice and the French Riviera. Come on now, even those words, saying them sounds like you're on vacation in France. Spain, Greece, as well as Japan, Thailand, Portugal, and the Netherlands, as well as Turkey, round out the top 10. Unfortunately, nothing there for Cape Town, South Africa, but it's cool they can have that one for now. Ultimately, it's Vive la France. That's it for the news for now. Another update in 1 hour, but let's take a look at a man with so much joie de vivre. It's Graham with sport.
Carl, they can keep their fun cities. We just want that 1 point when it comes to the French. So let's start on rugby on that note. And the SA Cup thankfully kicks off with a bang today as the very exciting Griquas and Leopards clash in Kimberley. Meanwhile, we've got the reigning champions of the Currie Cup, the Cheetahs, and First Division, the Boerland Cavaliers, going head-to-head in Bloemfontein. Brilliant showdown there. This exciting competition features 46 matches to sink our teeth into, serving as a beautiful bridge between pre-season and the Currie Cup. And in 2025, the top 4 teams will advance to that Currie Cup Premier Division, while the rest will compete in the First Division. But a great pipeline for development leading to the higher echelons of rugby. Now, speaking of the higher echelons, Liverpool's hierarchy revamp has continued as Richard Hughes now steps in as sporting director. That was following his departure from Bournemouth. So he is set to commence duties on the 1st of June, and Hughes brings with him over 2 decades of camaraderie with newly appointed chief executive Michael Edwards. And the duo's history dating back to their Portsmouth days, but a lot of chemistry there. So expect big things. Now we turn to the African Games with mixed feelings in a gripping showdown at the Achimota Cricket Oval. South Africa faced a tough 2-wicket defeat at the hands of Uganda. So with a paltry 95 to defend, South Africa's bowlers fought valiantly, pushing the game to the wire. Step in Brian Masaba and his heroic innings, including 2 crucial sixes in the final over. And that sealed the victory, what must have been a historic one for Uganda. Sadly, leaving South Africa shattered. Why? Because the loss dashes South Africa's hopes for a semi-final spot, as we are placed third in the group behind Uganda and Kenya. Well done to that Ugandan team. Now we turn finally to Formula One, and it seems like a resolution at this point. FIA President Mohammed bin Sulayem has been cleared by Formula One's Ethics Committee of allegations involving race interference in Saudi Arabia and, of course, Las Vegas last season. So accused of impeding circuit approval for the Las Vegas Grand Prix and then meddling in the Saudi round in Jeddah, bin Sulayem, he faced whistleblower accusations. The FIA's compliance department, with external advisors, conducted comprehensive investigations into the claims, as stated in the announcement, and it seems he is in the clear. That's where we leave our sporting headlines for now. We'll touch on them again at around 8 o'clock. I know not a huge amount of people going to work today. We want to maximize our day outdoors if we can. Let's see what the weather has in store.
Efficient basic service delivery. Valerie Naidu, the acting chief executive, notes aging infrastructure and growing populations as challenges municipalities must address for successful service delivery. Naidu stresses that apart from infrastructure, residents' behavior regarding water usage is crucial, advocating for households, communities and businesses to adopt water-saving practices in related updates. The Cape Town Metro has announced the completion of renovations at the Zandvliet sewage treatment plant, a R2 billion project aimed at improving sanitation services for low-income households in areas such as Khayelitsha, Delft and Mfuleni, with significant job creation as a side benefit, said Mayor Jordan Hill-Lewis. Now, sunrise views, I said you should send them along, and thank you, because there's nothing more lekker than a picture from Liz Decker from George. Take a look at that, a little rainbow. There's probably two there if you look carefully, but thank you so much for showing us the Human Rights Day positivity that we need, and we are looking for more. 063-408-8863. That is my number. Save it to your phone and send those sunrise views. We'd love to see it as we take a look at temperatures across South Africa.
I always tell you that no matter what is happening out and about in the world in terms of the weather, honey, we always make sure you got a little bit of sunshine on your TV screen with your Feel Good Breakfast show. And as you can tell, I've changed, ne? Because I'm ready for my boxing lesson. You know what I mean? I don't know. Is this the... Okay, the guys are going to help me, which is a nice thing. I'm getting a boxing lesson from pros. And then we are going to be getting into what Raul does in the gym. I think it's that time of year where everyone is getting active. And I need to tell you a little bit about my fitness journey. Do not go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be back on the other side of this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yeah, I was never ready. My friend, we're about to get into an electrifying segment as we dive into the world of fitness with Deep Heat. And this, of course, is all in the name of the fact that if you did not know, for season 11 of Tropical Island of Treasure, we are heading to Zanzibar. And I get to be your host, Zanele Patelwa. But this is the thing. I need to get a little bit active. You know, we're going to be running on the sand, swimming, doing all the things. But this is why we had to bring in some professionals. So this morning, we're getting a bit of a boxing lesson, you and I. And it is, of course, given to us by Pranav Gopi, who is from Urban Warrior Boxing, as well as none other than a pro boxer. I want you to listen to his stats. Ne? He has a record 12 fights and 7 knockouts. I'm talking about Faraday Mukandla. Everybody, please welcome them to the studio. Gentlemen, how are you?
Fantastic. How are you?
Oh, I'm scared. But you know, there's a lot going on here. But I'm excited because I know that we're going to be doing the things that need to be done. So,
100.
So tell me, where are we starting here today?
We're starting at the beginning.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We're gonna put your. We're gonna get you gloved up.
Yes.
I'm gonna get you into a good footwork position. I'm gonna show you some basics. You're gonna move with me, so don't stress. Faraday will receive you.
Okay.
All right, and he's gonna instruct you on what to do. We're gonna teach you some basics, straight, a jab and a straight right, and movement with it. Very simple.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're ready?
Okay.
Faraday's gonna glove you up.
I love it. So as we glove me up, I need to ask you, you know, what are the benefits of getting into boxing for someone that's going on a fitness journey like I am?
Well, firstly, the mental and the physical aspects of boxing. So it's discipline.
Yes.
Right, firstly.
Okay.
Accountability. Secondly.
Yes.
Or thirdly, you know, it's good for body and mind conditioning. It's a very, very tough sport, but it's very rewarding. So you're going to get in, it'll blitz your body into shape really, really
We are
fast.
blitzing. Hey,
Blitzing.
this is why I'm scared, but it's fine. I'm ready. I'm here for the challenge.
You're here?
Yes.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. So generally a good boxing stance requires you to have your feet in a balanced position and to relax.
Okay.
So these squares are going to help you, or these hexagons are going to help you to find that position. It's not very simple to just know where to go. So what I want you to do is put your, firstly, are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
All right, so you're an orthodox.
Yes.
So I want you to take your front foot, which would be this foot, and step into the block.
Okay.
Right, and the back foot into the other block.
Okay.
Right,
okay.
so then you're just going to relax onto your knees, yeah? That's it. You take your gloves,
Yes.
and we want to touch your cheekbones.
Okay.
That is an effective guard. You want to close up. There we
Okay.
go. There we go. So now Faraday is going to show you, as he moves back, we're going to move forward. So
Yes.
to move forward, we take our lead foot, step front,
Way.
and then take that foot into the next square.
Again.
That's that. That's
Okay.
forward. Now you move like a boxer.
I mean, I'm good at moving forward. I can do that. I can do that.
Okay, now we're going to try moving backwards.
Okay.
So then you take the back foot, take a step back.
And then come back.
It's really that simple
Okay.
movement.
And this is just like with me in this stance.
Right, so you
and it's
maintain
just
that
a-
stance, forward
Okay.
and back.
And
so what
back.
we're going to try and do now is now we're going to do a jab.
Ooh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, let's do
Nice
it.
stuff, right? So what I want you to do is watch Faraday. Faraday's going to receive your jab, okay? You're going to take from your cheekbone and push your left all the way forward. So drive it forward. There we go. That's actually pretty good. You've got good,
I'm good at
there we go.
this. Yeah.
Natural. All right.
Beautiful.
So you're just going to push it forward, okay? And then you do the same thing with the right, but then you bring your left back to your cheek.
Okay,
So there we go. Yeah, counter move.
Okay.
There we go. So I'm not going to let Faraday, and I'm going to watch you dance.
All right, okay, okay.
When you step forward, then you come with 1, 2. Step forward and then come.
And then one,
2,
two, and then step back.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's it.
Okay, 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 okay.
Well, you've got
Here
it.
we go.
Again.
Okay, 3, 2, let's go.
Yeah, go back. Yes, again.
And again and again. Okay. Ooh,
back.
ooh, I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling strong. Okay, 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 okay. Here we go. Oh no,
Yes.
my feet were wrong there. Okay, so left, right, right?
Yes, left,
Right.
Okay.
So we step in tandem. So I'm going to do it with you. Come,
Yes.
let's do it. Right.
Okay, 3, 2, let's go.
Bah, bah.
Yes.
Ah! Ha, I'm a professional Faraday. I'll take
Already.
you on. Let's go,
No.
let's go. I love it. One more.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
There we go.
And guys, of course, I mean, I mentioned at the beginning of this that
Right.
Deep Heat is, of course, all about the world of fitness and making sure that we're all just good. You know what I mean? Speak to me about the benefits of it.
Well, Deep Heat is great for, well, we use Deep Heat a lot. Pre and post,
Yes.
right? It's good for circulation. It's very, very good for post-workout soreness, which we seem to have a lot of.
Yes.
Sometimes I preempt the soreness and spray the deep heat on before. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to get sore, so I treat it as almost like an expectorant.
I love
So I know what's going to happen, so I gear up. So it's a crucial part of our gym. If you open any particular box, you will find a tube of deep heat.
Yes.
And this is because bruises, circulation, post-workout muscle trauma, all of these kind of things. It's deep penetrating, it works quickly.
Yes.
And it's just something that I've even grown up knowing. So
I love that.
we
So even me as an amateur, where I'm now stepping into the gym, I'm on this fitness journey, I come home, I'm a little bit sore, I just need a little bit of deep heat, I'm good to go.
That's it.
I love it.
Deep heat in a rub.
I love it. And speak to me about this. I want to put you on the spot, my king, because,
Go for it.
you know, of course, with deep heat, we all have a few stories. What's something that deep heat, like, absolutely saved you from? You were so sore from it, or either it was, I don't know, maybe you did a triathlon or something like that, where you were there and deep heat came through for you.
Well, it's a very simple story. I decided one day to spar one of the pros.
Well, Lily, what are you sparring Faraday?
No, not Faraday. But I ended up being hit through the ropes.
Oh, no.
Right, so I had quite a large bruise here, and my left arm. I had my shoulder that just had this niggle that wouldn't go away. So there I am.
Deep eating away.
I mean, there's no other way.
I love it.
Yeah, so that I applied it, but beyond that, I grew up with deep heat, as I said. It's something I do for my mum, something I've done for my dad.
Yeah.
Something I use for myself.
I love it. And Faraday, I want to ask you, as I go on this fitness journey, you know, getting ready for Tropical Island of Treasure, what can you tell me in terms of just a little bit of some advice?
Advice of the GP?
To get into a training regimen and to get into fitness.
Yeah, you have first to start to look for a good gym, like a Urban Warrior place. You'll find a good trainer, good people there. So once you get there, then you learn everything easily and quickly.
I love it. Beautiful. Yes. Gentlemen, thank you.
It's an absolute pleasure.
I feel like I'm a boxer now.
You are?
Yeah, thank you. I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. It's who I am. It's what I do. But my friend, it is beautiful that we get to have this beautiful journey with Deep Heat, all in the name of making sure that we can push ourselves to the limit, because Deep Heat has got our backs 100%. I told you, we're heading off to Zanzibar. I need to get fit. I need to be right. But Deep Heat is going to be helping us do that. And of course, when we are there as well. Now, for me, I also got to tell you that you got to stay tuned, because there's some BTS in terms of how I'm going to be preparing for the island. And we are also going to be 100% getting into some more chats around it. So please don't go anywhere. We got so much on the way. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3.
Are you auditioning and getting ready for Tropical Island of Treasure? Well, don't let joint and muscular pain hold you back. Deep Heat is your go-to warm-up solution and SA's #1 choice.
Oh, yes, and here's an extra incentive. The top 7 contestants heading to the island will each receive 10,000 Rand from Deep Heat. And remember, you can upload your audition with the hashtag Deep Heat and the hashtag Tropica and tag MyTropica.
Who knows, you could be competing in Zanzibar.
Yeah, it's time to reach your full potential.
Get Deep Heat and conquer the island.
It was great, Sanele. You know what? It's actually refreshing, because usually I watch Sanele do unboxing videos. Now I saw her do a boxing video.
Unboxing video.
Yo.
Thank you for that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, sorry.
Oh, so now in the midst of life's whirlwind, don't forget to carve out some moments just for you.
Yeah, it's important. I mean, it could be a quiet reflection, wild adventure. That's great. These are moments where you find your center and you nourish your soul.
And someone who's all about nourishment, Ryle, recently gave us just a little glimpse in how he likes to unwind. I'm sure you definitely want to take a look.
Now, you know that saying, right? Where the early bird catches the worm? Well, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show, we catch all the good stuff, especially considering that we start before the crack of dawn. And the day doesn't stop there. After 9 a.m., we carry on with our morning routine, which is so vital. And I've got to stay energized, refreshed, and focused, because I'm now the owner of a new gym too. And that means I've got lots more obstacles to tackle throughout the day. First up though, we got to move, energize this body, and get the most of it. And you get to come along for the ride. Let's go. Well, welcome to my gym. Actually sounds really cool saying it like that. I'm sharing not only this area, but the entire surrounding area where we get to work out below the foot of the mountain, reconnecting with nature. And honestly, we can grow, we can learn, and we can conquer right here. And it is the perfect place to do it, especially if you love to move. Oh. Now listen, if I was to walk you through the day in the life of Ryle, wow, it's going to be a busy one. But I think a lot of that busyness is jumbled up with some passion, because it's the only reason why I can do what I do in a day. And that's a lot. We've got Expresso show in the morning up until about 9 a.m. Then we come out here and get moving. It's the part that energizes me. It's the part that allows me to revitalize myself and then go out there and share that energy with the rest of the world. And I do that by either doing some shoots, whether it's voiceover work or some behind the scenes stuff, or I'm working out here in this space, sharing it with so many of my clients, so many other groups that train here, and kind of just giving that power back. One of the key ingredients to making working out and this world of functional training even more successful is definitely hydration. I think anybody that's moving needs to hydrate, on average at least 2 liters of water. But more importantly, the hydration I put into my body, being a nature boy, is one that comes from a natural source or has natural ingredients. So anything involving that to replenish my body is going to allow me to activate hydration on an absolute other level. Now, trust me on this one. Anybody that gets a good workout in can tell you that feeling afterwards is exhilaration. You get this endorphin rush. You feel like you've conquered the world, and that's the energy that sits with you long after your workout that you can easily take with you into the rest of your day. The one thing that stands out for me about this place is the sort of positive and motivating atmosphere that gets created here. I think number one, it's the community that we've built up. A lot of forward-thinking people, a lot of people that are here to gain, to learn and acquire more knowledge. But more importantly, it's the space that we have this community in. Obviously, as you can see around me, we've got this incredible indoor-outdoor sort of a section that is protected from the rain if need be. It allows for a lot of functional training, but we also capitalize on beautiful days outside where we have yoga sessions, mobility, and various types of flows. But I think just working out and being surrounded by nature, come on. Well, after a morning and a workout like that, I'm feeling like $1,000,000. But it's obviously important to incorporate balance, and that's why time to yourself in whatever form you can have is vital and so important to add to your routine. Now, a little tip that I want to share with you is the fact that right now I'm sipping on some of the good stuff. It's Freshpack's chamomile infused tea. It's a rooibos tea and it's all natural, so it's ticking Nature Boy's boxes. But more importantly, it's infused with chamomile, which means that it's allowing you to relax, especially after a big day like this, which means we're incorporating balance. And more importantly, it also has some great anti-inflammatory properties. It improves your cardiovascular system, and also I think it just allows for those good vibes to set in. What I'm loving about Freshpack's range of infused rooibos teas is the fact that firstly there is a range, and that means there's various options when it comes to being naturally sweet. On top of this, it's also packed with antioxidants and is caffeine free. Now, one other thing I believe is that it's South Africa's secret weapon because it's grown right here on our home soil. Isn't that enough to be proud of? Well, there you have it. From waking up at the crack of dawn and serving mzansi on your feel-good breakfast show to serving my people out here at this beautiful space. It's all about achieving that perfect balance. And something that definitely helps me along the way and especially keeps the good times going is nothing but a beautiful cup of rooibos.
I was just waiting for that gentleman to say, hey, this is my chamomile tea. It would have been fantastic with a fresh six-pack. But you can tell there's vitality there, and you can tell that a good cup of tea can take you places. And who knows, you may end up with a body like Ryle's.
Or you may end up with 1,500 Rand in cash
now we're talking.
to work on that body, to get a body like Ryle's. And you can spend it on whatever your little heart desires. How you get it, you've got to reply to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook, X or Instagram pages to put yourself in the running by telling us what your favorite Freshpack tea is. And there's a broad range to select from now. And don't forget to hashtag Freshpack in that entry. Competitions close midnight, Sunday the 24th. It's right around the corner, so get on it. But you can find all the T's and C's on expressoshow.com.
And we're going to steep into some more entertainment for you in a Feel Good Breakfast Show, because you know what? We've got Chad Jones.
Ooh.
Chad Jones is going to be here.
Yeah, and you could be joining him on Tropical Island of Treasure in Zanzibar. He's going to give us the plug-in there. And Matthew Field is here to perform just for us some beautiful new vocals from a genius with the guitar. He is here just for you this morning. Stick around.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, welcome back, you beauties. Time to have a little bit of fun. Joining us right now is Matthew Field. We know him oh so well, and we love this guy, the front man of Beatenberg, Cape Town's, I think, greatest musical export. And he's here to enjoy his day off with us. So can we give the man a round of applause?
Matthew Field!
Pew, 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 pew. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, good to see you,
man.
Good to see you guys too.
Thank you for coming out on a public holiday.
For sure.
I know you wanted to chill today.
Maybe I didn't.
But you're always kind of chilled.
He is
You're always
chilled,
kind of
eh?
chilled.
I'm always
So I feel
chilled,
like
yeah.
you're okay in
Yeah.
any sort of environment, man.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
How's London?
It's cool. It's I've actually been here for a while, so I'm starting to forget what it's like, because I've been here since the beginning of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, wow, I haven't heard from Matthew since the beginning of the year. This is unique, though. I see. So have you been sort of incubating a project? Is that why?
Yeah, I've been working a lot on a solo project as well. And then there's been various things with band stuff to do as well. Yeah, so I've been pretty busy. Yeah.
What was the time like in London, plugging yourself into that kind of ecosystem? I know you guys were primed at that point to take it to the next level. When you got there and you got to actually live in that space, how has that kind of shifted the journey?
Well, it's been a creative sort of freeing time for me, I think. Like, you know, after the whole COVID thing and everything, I started doing some solo work as well, and moving to London was also part of that, and working with my manager who's there, and just meeting loads of new people and opening up different opportunities. It's been really cool. Really cool.
Lovely.
Time has come. I love it.
Yeah, you guys are on fire, honestly.
Thanks.
So name your album again.
The name is called The Great Fire of Beatenberg. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't even know that. That was
that's very natural. Right?
But you're working on that album and then offering. Beatenberg have always had an iconic sound, and you still do. Is, you know, paying homage to that sound that you have from Beatenberg in this new album, and also offering something a bit fresh. You know, give me the art direction just so we know what we can expect. Because I've heard a song called Worth More.
Oh yeah,
which
thank
is
you.
Absolutely incredible.
Exquisite, yeah.
Thank
We
you.
want
Thanks so much. Yeah.
That's it. So what's this album about and the direction of it?
Yeah, well, I guess that was part of the intention, was to reconnect with, I guess, the roots of our sound, and to bring something to people who've known us since our first album, and sort of like, the idea was to reach people and to find the sort of magic of what makes us who we are.
Yeah.
Sonically and musically. So I think there's a mix of things, like some songs that are sort of slower, a bit more introspective, and then there's some more up-tempo things, like just as you would expect from a full album, I guess. It's like we're proud of the work that we've done. Yeah.
Why was it so important for you to reconnect to that spirit? Did you guys feel like you'd kind of drifted away from your true north? Because it feels like there's a lot of intention behind what you're doing. Why steep yourself back in that Beatenberg sound and kind of come hard in that space? Was there a particular phase in your own journey? Why kind of take this approach?
Yeah, I think I've been thinking recently about the fact of living in another country, and as a person you can adjust to it and all these things, and I have a connection to South Africa, and I've got things going on in London as well, and it's all manageable in a way. But I think the band actually, it occurred to me that the band moving as a band, like as an organism, is kind of like, it struggles in a way to be cut off from its roots, because we did grow up here and we started making our music here, and also importantly, the first sort of connection that we had with people who liked our music happened here in a way that we didn't expect.
And some die-hard fans. Man, I love that about the South African fan base. You will see the same 300 people in the front row every single time you perform, which is quite a special thing.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. And I guess, so having sort of, like, we've all been living in different parts of the world, and I think that's where the reconnection comes in, where it's sort of like, as people we can manage it, but as a band, we wanted to make an effort to sort of just come back, I guess.
Get that connection.
It's great.
Strong again. We love the sound of that, man.
It's fantastic. And I know people are waiting. I know some people rename themselves the Chelsea Blakemore. People have moved to the southern suburbs because of you guys.
Oh, really?
But we remember you. And that's why, Matthew Field, we'd love to see you.
I watched a poll. I think
didn't
Chelsea...
miss that one, by the way.
I think Chelsea's one of the most popular names in London right now. So, dude, I think you might have hit on something. Buddy, we cannot wait to hear you. Your royalties are in the mail. We cannot wait to hear you perform, my friend. The sound tricks have been amazing, so we're going to send you off into your happy place.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, we love this guy, and we love what he represents, and it makes my heart warm to know that they pay so much respect to the connection they have with their South African fan base. And we always want to see our artists going global, becoming international superstars, especially with our sound being so hot right now. But we want to know that the fans in South Africa still get their just rewards. And we're going to get that right now as Matthew takes us through a beautiful performance on your Human Rights Day.
Hi, my name is Matthew, and this is a song called When I Fall Asleep.
This lofty language will not behave, telling you nothing, digging my grave. When I fall asleep, when I fall, follow me, will you fall? When I fall asleep, when I fall, will you follow me, will you fall? This wretched romance will not emerge out from the jungle, out on the verge. When I fall asleep, when I fall, follow me, will you fall? cry. At least now we can laugh about it. At least I have you on my Language of longing leaves after rain, longer than lifetime. Let me explain. When I fall asleep, when I fall, will you follow me? Will you fall? When I fall asleep, when I fall, will you follow me? Will you fall? Will you fall?
Matthew Field, I missed you so much, man. Beatenberg, they're back, baby. And more songs to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll also meet Chad Jones. What a sensation for Tropica. But there's also a recipe for you, and I have Chef Clem here, who's going to take you through the recipe. The recipe is absolutely nuts, I tell you. It's going to be great. He's going to show you examples of ways to create a hot cross bun, but a waffle format. It's going to be fantastic. Are you ready for this? Yes.
Yes.
You better be. We're going to whisk away for a second. We'll be right back on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Caribou, my friend, we're coming to you live from Zanzibar. Okay, not just yet. I'm getting ready. Do you know what I mean? You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3. And listen, season 11 of Tropical Island of Treasure, it is getting closer and closer. And I get to be your host as we go into it, and I'm so excited. But this is the thing. You know that the people that add the spice and make it oh so nice, the ones that you want to partner up with, yes, these are our celebrities. And one such celebrity that is joining us this morning is somebody who started out on social media, and now he's just taken everything by storm. I am talking about none other than Chad Jones, everybody! Chad, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. And yourself?
I'm good, thanks. I'm feeling like Zanzibar. That's how I feel, yeah.
I mean, we're already there.
You know what I mean?
Basically.
Chad, I know that you're someone who started out on social media.
Yeah.
But of course, you've now branched out into so many things. But I feel like social media has taught you so many different skills. So I have to ask you, because we are going away in like 2 months and a bit, and I want to know, when we talk about you and getting those skills, how do you think they're going to help you on the island?
Well, yeah, like you said, social media has taught me a lot of things. I actually used to be in my shell type of guy. You know, I was that developer behind his computer who didn't speak to anyone, only through Zoom meetings, I guess. So now, like, interaction with cameras,
Come
with
on!
people. Also, yeah, I teach my parents how to dance, so patience is a thing.
I love that!
So I have a lot of patience, and bringing that into Tropica, I think, is going to be crucial as well.
Okay.
There's going to be some frustrations, because not everyone wants the money.
Everybody wants the cash dollar, your share of R1 million, my friend.
100%.
You've got your eye on the prize, I can tell already. But I then need to ask you, I mean, other than the money, why did you decide to sign up for Tropical Island of Treasure?
First of all, I'm a fan of the brand.
Come on.
And the show.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, exactly. So well, I used to watch the show back in the day.
Me too.
So, like, never would I have thought, that I would be on one. So I was just like, okay, might as well give it a go.
Yes.
And shout out to my parents, because they're the ones who got me here, you know what I mean?
Come on.
But yeah, and also just to interact with our fans, and meet and create new relationships with other celebrity guests.
We're going to get to those celebrity contestants. Hey, wait. I want to quickly ask you, because, of course, when you go away to something like this, it's an entire show. And by that, I mean it's a competition, Chad, and you are going for what you want. We have to do a little bit of a SWOT analysis.
Yeah.
So let's look at your strengths and let's look at your weaknesses.
Okay.
What do you think is going to be your strength on the island, and what do you think is going to be your Achilles heel?
Okay, strengths. Grooving.
This man, Batung, you see that TikTok dancer, this sensation over here, Batung.
Well, with that comes a bit of fitness, you know.
Okay.
You gotta have that stamina. Exactly.
Yes. Your weakness?
Weakness? Oh, there's not much.
Can you, oh, sorry. Chad, Batung, can you swim well?
Yes.
Can you run well?
Yes.
Okay.
Swimming, running, maybe like getting distracted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. Yeah. And especially social media.
There's a lot of cool things, a lot of cool challenges that we're doing. I might get distracted, and then, you know, but that's why, my partner's got to be there too.
To just slap you into shape a little bit. I love that.
100%.
Yeah. And it's all about leaning on those strengths and weaknesses.
Exactly.
But speaking of strengths, we all know that each and every one of you as the celebrities, you're strong. You're ready for this share of R1 million. So now I have to ask you, who are you sussing out in the crew? Who do you think is going to come through very strong?
It's a tough one, because they all, well, from when we got announced to now, I did a bit of stalking on social media.
Do tell.
Yeah, and all of them, they have all of their own unique qualities.
Facts.
I know Hungani. Yeah, he's a fellow dancer.
I was going to say, it's just because you guys are both dancers.
I mean, when it comes to the moves, there might be a bit of competition there, but honestly, I'm not sure. I know Bobby's out there.
Listen, he's in the gym.
Everyone's out there.
Even Mobile is in the gym. Everyone's in the gym.
Everyone's in the gym.
Everyone's in the gym.
But you see, gym's not, I don't think gym is the only thing.
Oh, okay. See, Chad's letting us in on his, like, you know, his special things that he's coming through with. Okay. Chad, you're not going anywhere, because we are still going to be having a conversation with him all about Tropical Island of Treasure. Why? Friend, there's so much to talk about, and it's going to be beautiful, because we're getting you ready as well. Not just Chad and not just the other fellow contestants. Right about now, though, Carl, what's happening there in Cape Town, my lovely?
my lovely Zanele. I'm going to make you something fantastic. Something that reminds you of you. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be incredible. Got a bit of savory touches to it, but Woolworths has a variety of delicious hot cross buns that'll cater for your beautiful, delicious appetite for Easter. Chef Clem, who's somebody who's funny. He's actually a funny bunny, is here to take them to the next level with his famous hot cross bun. Waffles. It's going to be great. Are you ready for the Chef Clem? I cannot wait to do this recipe with you. Let's stop waffling and get straight to it, shall we?
We are so distracted right now.
Why?
Because we did not know that Woolies have finger puppets this Easter.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Please to show the people.
I just want to be
Who's
as
that?
simple as
Who's
I
that?
can.
Who's
I
that?
don't know what you're talking about.
But it's what I know. Like,
what's this?
Yes.
This one?
Yeah.
It's my bundle. That's what it is. And he is looking for a recipe. That's what he's doing. That's right, kids. He's here.
Hello, Chef Clem. I'm looking for a recipe. Can you help me out?
Of course you can.
This,
No
time
problem.
of, this time of the year, throat infections are common.
Yes, there are.
Yes, they are.
Halls.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it.
Let's cook. Let's cook.
Yes, let's cook.
These are amazing. These are amazing. They're great. And I'm going to go out and get all of them as soon as we're done here.
That's
Waffles, okay? Waffles out of hot cross buns. When it comes to hot cross buns,
yes,
no one does it like Woolies. There's
Agreed.
smoke. There's smoke. Can we just unplug this? I don't think it's supposed to be smoking that much.
Yeah, you shouldn't
Okay.
be, dude. It's bad for your health.
So we've got the gluten-free because for so many years, those
Gluten-free.
people that couldn't consume gluten had no
Yes.
option, okay? It's there. The gluten-free buns are there. We've got the extra spicy, we've got the spicy, we've got the fruit-free, okay?
Thank you so much for saying that.
What
The
do
other
you-
day I was in a Woolies, right, and I saw this person walking past the gluten-free hot cross buns, and they said, don't be a glutton. And I had to, I wanted to correct them to say gluten.
Don't be a gluten.
But yes, but it's fine, because they actually got like 6 packs of them, which is fine.
Amazing.
I would do the same. What else do you have in the range?
My favorite
Which
is
one?
absolutely, with the new recipe, the chocolate hot cross buns.
The chocolate ones?
These are in 5 seconds in the microwave, all it takes to just melt those little chocolate chips a little bit. And I'm telling you, it gets messy because there's so much chocolate in it. It is so good. So we're going to turn it into a waffle. Are you also hearing things popping and banging?
I'm worried because there's so much smoke coming out of that waffle machine that I'm thinking that maybe we're going to make something completely different.
Look, you also should be concerned because it's unplugged and it's been unplugged. So what's smoking?
I don't know. Why don't we... Oh. You know
Right.
what?
So let's get cooking. Let's put this to the side.
If you
Put
want
this
the
to the side.
recipe, go to expressoshow.com.
No,
that
it's
way it
gonna
won't
happen.
smoke.
It's gonna happen. Let's go. So first thing we're gonna do, we're making don't make it worse.
Sorry, just stop. Sorry,
Okay,
baby.
we're making waffles using hot cross buns. And the thing is, these are really great for when there are leftover hot cross buns.
Yeah.
But the thing is, these are so good, you're not really gonna have leftovers, so just make it. We're also
Fantastic.
serving it with a hot fudge chocolate sauce.
Oh,
you wanna
stop.
make that?
I don't even know if I'm qualified.
You are.
to
You're
do
very
that.
qualified. So 3
Okay.
ingredients: butter.
What do I do here?
Butter.
Yes.
Condensed milk, which is the
Yes.
ingredient of the year.
Yeah.
And chocolate chips into a pot. Okay. And we're
Great.
just gonna bring it all together. I'm not noticing anything. Then
fine.
we're gonna make these waffles. And what you can do is take the hot cross buns and put them directly into the waffle iron. But then what happens is you're gonna get a crispy exterior and
Yes.
not so fluffy on the inside. We want the fluffiness. Okay.
I like
Okay.
the
well,
fluffiness. It's
choking. I'm
important.
allergic to rabbits. So then two eggs. Okay, 2 eggs going in. We're gonna make something called a royale. It's just fancy for a custard, okay? And then we're gonna go in with some sugar, not a lot, and a little bit of cream. So I need you to
So what
hot
do you want me
fudge.
to do here? What do you need me? So I got
What have we got?
that.
No, that's the end result.
So,
That's the end
so
result.
this is where we want to get to.
Yeah, so to put it together, we need the condensed milk,
Yes.
chocolate chips, and then the butter. It's super simple. It just
Perfect.
all comes
and
together.
we're all going to put this into this little bit.
Everything
maybe over
goes
here.
together into the pot and then just
Okay.
onto the heat. Doesn't have to be a high heat.
This is fantastic.
It'll just come together. In the
so
meantime,
where do you think condensed milk first, eh?
In the meantime, okay, royale, we're gonna give a mix. And this comes together really quickly. You can make this morning. By the time the show ends, go to Woolies, get the buns, get the ingredients, and you're gonna wake up the whole house to waffles. Are you winning there?
I'm winning.
Okay,
I am. Butter going in.
I'm gonna bring the waffle iron back.
Please bring it back. I'm ready for, my lungs are back to normal.
Okay,
Let's get it ready.
do a jump.
Okay, jump.
Hey, there we go. There we go.
Hop.
There we go.
That's
So
great.
that's fine. Things are looking normal right now. So we're gonna get our.
It's fine.
It is fine. We're gonna get our hot cross buns. Now what you can do is you can cut them in half through the middle.
Yep.
And do thinner hot cross buns. I don't. I keep them whole and I just dunk them in there. It does soak up enough of that royale. How's it going, Carl?
It's
looking
going
good.
absolutely beautifully, man.
There we go. Condensed milk is absolutely making a comeback this year, 2024. We sing it in everything.
I've noticed so.
For good reason.
I've noticed so.
When you make the sauce, when you're done using it for whatever you need it for, put in a jar.
Are you just slathering that in there?
Yes, of course. And I want to kind of squeeze it so it sucks up all of that custardy mixture. When you're done with the sauce and it's in a jar, pop it in the fridge.
Yes.
And I don't know how long it lasts because I've had some in the fridge that have been there for like 6 months.
See, it's incorporated.
And it's still good. It's still amazing.
But it's really, why does it last so long?
I think it's the sugar. I think honestly it's the sugar that's in there.
This is looking really good, eh?
When
I think it's really good.
it does crystallize, all you do is you take the whole jar, submerge it in water, almost like a double boiler.
What are you doing?
Put it in the waffle iron.
So, you know, one of my favorite things to do with sort of leftover hot cross buns is make hot cross bun French toast the next morning.
Similar.
This is giving that.
It's similar.
It's giving that.
If you
bro.
wanted to be fancy as well, you can roll this in cinnamon sugar when it comes out. You could. Are we going to do that today? I don't think so. But you could. You should.
Hold on. Do you think if we can roll that, let's just say in a sugar syrup, right? Hot cross bun. And then apply coconut.
Okay.
We could do a hot cross bun kusista. I'm just asking for a friend. Do you think that's even possible?
That needs to happen.
Like, can we try and do that on the show somehow?
It's a public holiday.
I think it'll be like a hot cross bun kusista, and we bring it back home.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
What if Woolies actually makes it and puts it on shelf?
If it does, then Woolies.
How much do we want?
I think we need to... But, I mean, I think just maybe 1-2 billion.
Easy.
That's fine.
Easy.
That's okay.
I think so.
Let's just do that, rather.
There we go. So, this is it. This is it.
Is that it?
Once it comes together, it's the sauce, okay?
So that's...
As it cools down, it's going to thicken, and it's going to thicken into this. And now the difference between a fudge sauce and a normal chocolate sauce is the thickness.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
It's the thickness.
I was going to ask you what the fudge...
Do we have the music? I mean, I didn't plan for it, but maybe we can see if we can get the music.
Do the music.
Because this is music.
Music.
This is music. Don't get the bunny covered in the chocolate.
Did someone switch on the aircon? That was
it got very hot in here. Okay, so these are still going.
Sure, where's the southeaster when you need it for Easter? Okay, what else do you have there?
These are still going. They're not done yet. So what we're going to do is we can't do it with just two. I'm going to borrow from the one over here.
Go for it.
So while your hot cross buns are still hot, your waffles are still hot.
You're waffling.
While you're waffling, get it onto your plate. Because remember, heat's going to melt your fudge sauce even more.
Yeah.
So borrowing.
Just do it. That looks so good.
So now you do need to. Okay, you same thing, guys. Just keep the bunny there.
Okay, I have to do it. Sorry.
Let's do it. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Oh.
Where's the music? Bring it.
That is a winning.
Great. It's a winning.
It's just winning.
It is winning.
And whether
big
it's
time.
breakfast or not, hit it with some ice cream. We got some triple caramel going on. You know what? Yes, you can totally make this dessert. Take away the ice cream. Don't take away the ice cream. Have ice cream for breakfast.
No.
You know that's one. Guys, I'm
that
telling you.
That thing looks like it's about to collapse into gooey goodness. That's what it's going to do.
So am I. So am I. What did you learn about today's experience? The nuts. The nuts. Yes. So this would be like a portion for like 2, maybe 3. But the idea is that you do one plate, many spoons. You all just get together, just around the.
Okay.
You,
while you do
bunny.
that, I'm just gonna walk around over here. That's fine. This has been an enjoyable experience. I'll hold this while telling you a bit more. This is quite important. Here it goes. So, make your Easter extra sweet with these delicious hot cross bun waffles. Find the recipe on woolworths.co.za. Plus, W Rewards members, listen up, because you save 25% when buying any 3 hot cross buns. That's right. And of course, this deal is only valid, all right, for tomorrow, Friday, the 22nd of March. Of course, shop it at Woolworths. It's available in-store, online, and on the app. T's and C's can be found on I can tell you, woolworths.co.za. Have some fun. That's it. Yes, you can. Of course you may.
It's a police car.
No problem. Let's give Graham some for yours. Here we go. This is yours.
What madness.
It's yours, my man.
Am I allowed to, Rabbit? I don't know.
Are you allowed? Are you?
I've noticed, Rabbit, that you're a little bit underdressed. So we're going to give you, on the other side of this break, some great fashion ideas for what to wear on Easter. Taking nothing away from your beautiful floral outfit that you've got on right now.
Thank you.
And we're going to keep you entertained. We've got Beatenberg in studio, or at least Matthew representing the incredible band. And then maybe you want to enter Tropica Island of Treasure, okay? And you could be Chad Jones's partner. What is your key physical attribute, Danny, do you think?
I think that it's going to just be me, and it's my amazing physique.
That's what it says, basically. That's going to be great.
No, I think you've got this nailed. We'll give you some audition tips after this.
Thank you so much.
Chad's mouth. Exactly. Stick around. Bunny's going to get her shots after this.
Unbelievable.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
I'm glad you've stuck around, Rabbit.
Thank you. Me too.
Do you mind taking us into the next segment? I know you formed quite a strong connection with Carl. Do you mind?
No, sure, fine. Coming up now, it's the news headlines with Carl.
Oh, good turn to camera. Nice.
Very good turn to camera. Thank you so much. And with decorum, let's get into your last news report on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Starting nationally, the eThekwini Metropolitan Municipality has intensified its collaboration with property owners in a bid to eradicate unsafe buildings within the inner city. This comes after the establishment of a new unit, the Problem Buildings Division, which is dedicated to tackling unsafe buildings. Problem buildings are defined as derelict, abandoned, hijacked, structurally unsound and unlawfully erected. Through the Problem Buildings Division, the aim is to create a vibrant inner city underpinned by well-managed buildings. Property owners whose buildings have been deemed unsafe for occupation could face closure in the future. Now, the Minister of Justice and Correctional Services, Ronald Lamola, says the United Arab Emirates, the UAE, is not cooperating in extraditing the Gupta brothers to South Africa. Atul and Rajesh Gupta are wanted on charges of fraud and money laundering related to state capture. Last year, the UAE refused SA's application for the extradition of the two brothers. Lamola described the refusal as contravening Article 17 of the UN Convention Against Corruption signed by both countries. Lamola says the UAE hasn't provided a reason why SA's request was refused. Now on to international news. The head of Ethiopia's largest commercial bank says customers who withdrew more money than was in their accounts because of a systems glitch will not escape the law. Clients of the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia, the CBE, rushed to withdraw money or make transfers to other accounts. It took several hours for the state-owned bank to freeze transactions. The CBE's president, Abe Sano, warned those who did not return the money that's not theirs would be prosecuted. He said they had already reported some customers to the police. And a rare endangered pygmy hippopotamus was recently born at Athens Attica Zoological Park, marking the first such birth in a decade and bringing immense joy to conservationists. The zoo's staff, facing challenges in breeding due to a lack of male pygmy hippos in captivity, are elated that the newborn is a boy. It's especially significant as pygmy hippos are endangered, with only about 2,500 remaining in the wild. The zoo fervently hopes that the baby will grow into a healthy adult and contribute to conservation of this vulnerable species. And American billionaire philanthropist Mackenzie Scott has made an incredibly generous donation of $640 million. That's actually around 11 billion rand to U.S. non-profits, surpassing her original plans for the year. She has announced her intention to spread the love among 361 small groups out of some 6,000 applicants. Scott's journey of giving has already seen her happily part ways with an impressive $16.5 billion since her 2019 divorce from Amazon's Jeff Bezos. This, as a 4% stake in Amazon, was included in a divorce settlement from Bezos, the company founder. With a net worth of $37.5 billion, Scott's commitment to sharing half her wealth over her lifetime shines brightly as she continues to uplift and empower communities in need through her generous contributions. That's it for news on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's take a final look at your sport. Here's Chi.
Thank you so much, Carl. So much to get excited about on the sporting front. Let's start with the rugby action kicking off today. The SA Cup starts officially with a bang later today as the Griquas and Leopards clash in Kimberley. Meanwhile, the reigning champions of the Currie Cup, the Cheetahs, and then the First Division, the Boland Cavaliers, go head-to-head in Bloemfontein. Top-tier stuff there. And this exciting competition features 46 matches to sink our teeth into and serves as a beautiful bridge between pre-season and, of course, the impending Currie Cup. And in 2025, the top 4 teams will go on to advance to the Currie Cup Premier Division. So there's a lot at stake, while the rest will compete in the First Division. Now we turn to football abroad, and Liverpool's hierarchy revamp continues as Richard Hughes now steps in as sporting director following the departure from Bournemouth. So set to commence duties on the 1st of June, Hughes brings over 2 decades of camaraderie with the newly appointed chief executive Michael Edwards. The duo's history dating back as far as their Portsmouth days, so a lot of chemistry there as well. Now we turn to the African Games, and not the best outing for Team SA in a gripping showdown at the Achimota Cricket Oval. South Africa faced a tough 2-wicket defeat against Uganda. So with a paltry 95 to defend, South Africa's bowlers fought valiantly, pushing the game to the wire. Brian Masaba's heroic innings in the end, though, including 2 crucial sixes in the final over, sealing the victory, a memorable one for Uganda. And, of course, leaving South Africa shattered. The loss dashing South Africa's hopes for a semi-final spot, placing them 3rd, and that's behind Uganda and Kenya. Now we round off with some Formula One news, and FIA President Mohammed bin Sulayem has been cleared by Formula One's Ethics Committee of allegations involving race interference in Saudi Arabia and Las Vegas last season. So accused of impeding circuit approval for the Las Vegas Grand Prix and then meddling in the Saudi round in Jeddah, bin Sulayem, he faced whistleblower accusations, but the FIA's compliance department, along with some external advisors, have conducted comprehensive investigations, we've been told, into the claims, and have stated, he obviously stated that in his announcements, but it seems he is in the clear. And that's where we leave our sport on your Human Rights Day this morning. Hopefully some of you are going to have the opportunity to get out there and embrace a beautiful day. Let's see if the weather's going to play its part.
Let's take a last look at your weather, and starting with some weather news. The SA Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms, including heavy downpours, hail, damaging winds and excessive lightning, which may lead to localized flooding of roads and bridges, as well as structural damage and service disruptions due to power surges, posing a danger to life. These conditions are expected over Gauteng, the eastern parts of the northwest, and the Free State, the Highveld of Mpumalanga, as well as the western parts of KwaZulu-Natal. Moreover, a heat wave with persistent high temperatures is forecast for the West Coast district of the Western Cape and the western parts of the Namakwa district, along with extreme heat and uncomfortable conditions in some areas of the West Coast district of the Western Cape. So do be safe out there, hydrate and stay in the shade. As we look at a sunrise view to wrap up the morning, Owen from Lakeside. Come on, Owen. You have just done it again. A beautiful sun peering through that tree, giving you that human right to enjoy your day. We love seeing them, so please send yours 063 408 8863. And with a public holiday like this, you're going to want to know the temperatures, and here they are.
Welcome to Who Wants to Be is Chad Jones's partner. Presenting Chad Jones. Okay. Seriously, let's do this. We need to find out what it is that it takes to be this guy's partner right here as we head off to Tropical Island of Treasure Season 11. And then we are going to be hearing all about what you can wear when it comes to your Easter lunch. Do not go anywhere. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we'll be back on the other side of this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back, you beautiful souls. I hope you are reveling in Human Rights Day today. We talk about celebrations. We don't celebrate the root of this day, but we celebrate how much we have done since then. So hopefully you are being conscious about your role in that effort today.
And I think it's great because, you know, we have an epic opportunity to just make sure that we are sharing with the younger generation. Earlier, G actually mentioned that the older generation has to be reminded this is not just a public holiday. It's a day to just advocate the fact that we have our place on this planet. It's a purposeful place and it should be protected at all costs.
And it's hard fought.
Oh, yeah.
The sacrifices that it took to get to this point, we cannot underplay at all. So we're going to do our best to help you have as much fun on your day off. Hopefully you are having a day off, and maybe it'll get you really excited to know that there is an opportunity for you to travel to a paradise island and win R500,000. But you need some advice, of course, from one of the celebs and maybe the hostess with the mostess. Yes, she's going to be taking us to the island, and she's going to take us right now to one of the stars that are going to be there, and you could be joining him.
Yes, come on. I think that this is one of the most exciting times in the whole entire year because we always wait for Tropical Island of Treasure, right, guys? And this, for me, is where we are getting to meet, like you heard from Graham and Carl, one of the actual contestants who's going to be there, our celebrity TikTok sensation. It is, of course, Chad Jones. Chaddles, how are you feeling, like, you know, getting closer and closer to this moment?
Super, super excited.
Yes.
Yeah. Ready, preparing
every
day, twice a day.
I love this for you. But of course, we know that on the island, you're going to be with a partner.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. If you had to describe your ideal partner in only 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Strong.
Strong.
But in terms, strength can mean a lot of things.
Mentally and physically.
Yeah, there must be a balance.
Okay, like it,
yeah. Okay, so strength. Fun.
Fun.
Yes.
Is fun gonna win you R500,000, Chad? Come on.
I mean, if you're too serious, you could make a lot of mistakes.
Okay, that's true.
Exactly.
Smart men. Okay, yes. Number 3.
And determination.
Ooh.
That's what's going to win us the millions.
Right?
Yeah.
The money, honey. And that's what matters because that's what we're there for, right?
That's what we're there for.
I need to know as well because, of course, you are somebody who just, you know, you're watching at the moment who is entering because you're like, this could be my partner, but wait, that could be my partner. So do you have any tips for anyone who is getting into auditioning at the moment?
So tips for the audition videos, I would say just like be creative.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot of creative challenges as well. So I think what they want to see is creativity. Don't just stand behind the camera and say why you deserve to be on top. Like, show it.
Yes.
Make the effort to, like, if you're on the coast, make the effort to go to the beach, give that island vibe. And show off.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to show off.
Flex a little bit.
If you're strong.
Yes.
If you're mentally strong, show it off.
I love it.
Yeah.
Take it to the top. There's not many opportunities where you can win your share of R1,000,000, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
And be on Zanzibar.
Exactly. But now, Chad, because I said this is who wants to be Chad Jones's partner,
yes.
You need to tell us, why should they want to be your partner? Out of all of the celebrities, why you?
Firstly, I'm Chad Jones. Because my team's gonna be, we're gonna win.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I like
number one.
Confidence, yeah. It's tough now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. After the winning part.
After the Chad part.
Yes, but do you possess all of those 3 things that you said?
100%,
You're strong,
I think so. And like, I mean, there'll be free dance lessons.
Oh, hi. Chad is a businessman. He's throwing in spice to make people want to come. Hey, yes.
And I think, just being on my team, you're going to have the most fun while being a bit competitive as well.
I like that. And I need to ask you, are you afraid of the competition? And by that I mean, are you afraid of just how much everyone's going to be gunning for this R500,000?
Actually, surprisingly not.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Yeah. More excited and nervous.
Okay.
I wouldn't say afraid, though.
Okay.
I'm ready to take on any challenge.
Oh, come on. And you know that the biggest part of Tropical Island of Treasure is going to be our family at home, our smooth fans that are going to be coming along for the ride. So what can they expect from you in this specific season, Chad? You know, what side of you should they expect to see? Are we going to see more of the competitive Chad?
Yeah, I think they will definitely see a different side of me, more more my personality, and yeah, because normally you just see me
The
there busting out
dancing.
moves
Yeah.
with my family, and now you actually get to see kind of a bit more of who I am
Yes.
and what I'm like.
I
So,
love it.
but yeah, definitely a little bit more of competitive side,
I love that. Well,
but
Chad,
not
yeah?
taking the fun out of it.
Not taking the fun out. Hey, it looks like fun is going to be a superpower. I hope it's going to work, Chad.
It will work.
It will work. I love
Yeah,
it.
well, if we're not winning, which we won't not be winning, 'cause
Okay.
we will be winning.
Yes.
We're going to be having the most fun.
I love that.
Exactly.
I love it. Well, Chad, I will see you in Zanzibar.
Yeah,
my
I'll see
friend.
you in Zanzibar.
Ah, come on. And we want to see you in Zanzibar. And it is so easy for you to do so, my love. All you got to do is head over to social media. Make sure that you post that beautiful, creative video, as Chad said. Use the hashtag Tropica and tag @mytropica. And just like that, we could be saying caribou together and having the time of our lives. And you could possibly be taking home your share of R1 million. Why wouldn't you want that? It's what we want for you as well, okay? There's a whole lot more that we're going to be doing, all in the name of Tropica Island of Treasure. But you've got to stick around because this is indeed going to be a fun time. For now, though, your Feel Good Breakfast Show does continue right here on S3.
Oh, thank you so much, and good luck to everyone who's going to put their entries out there. Just be authentic, because I think that's what lands. And
Yeah.
good luck. Maybe practice your dance moves if you're heading towards Chad.
Dance moves is going to be very, very good, especially for Chad. Also, if you want a nice little platform, it's time to gear up and get ready to play Sports Stake. 8 fixtureless 702 for an estimated jackpot of over 1.6 million rand. That is today.
That's just for being a sports fan. And calling a bet on your favorite team, your favorite sport. I love that. You got to play, though. If you want to be in line to win, you can play in store. You can go to nationallottery.co.za online. You can use their mobile app, or you can simply dial *120 *7529# for all the USSD.
You can make it rain. You could, hey? Right? You can make it rain lots of cash this March and stand a chance to be #BeInja Yeke.
I love it. So we are all gearing up for Easter. We know we've done our Easter treats, which were absolutely amazing.
Indeed.
We've introduced you to Bunny, who's going to be going around. I don't know how she's going to carry all the Easter eggs.
No idea.
We've got a fragrance for Easter. What we need now is someone to help us get dressed, please. And Taryn Oppel is going to be taking us through some exquisite Easter looks.
Then we need food.
Oh, please,
and we got this really great hack for a custard tartlet, but it's a bruleed version and it's bite-sized as well. Look at that. All right, we came up with this just for you for Easter. It's so simple to make and we'll show you a little bit later. So please, relax. It's a public holiday. Let us do the rest at your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
How's it, Mzansi? Welcome back. It is time for some Easter vibes and maybe taking a little shot left. Today, we are diving into the world of taking trips right here in our beautiful country. You don't have to break the bank.
No.
There is a hidden gem, possibly just in your backyard.
And I think that's important for us to explore the hidden gems. It's not an Easter egg hunt. We are on the hunt for some beautiful places and we can share that. So with Shot Left, it's all about inspiring us Saffers to explore our own turf and make lekker memories with our friends and family. And what better time to do that is, you know, Easter. We got a couple of public holidays. HR cleared the leave. Let's go out and enjoy. Right?
Did they?
Oh, wait,
what
are we
doing?
working? Sorry,
No,
I mean,
we're not
for
allowed
some
to
of
leave
us.
yet. And it's difficult not to get the wanderlust when you see the visuals we're looking at right now. This is our country, people, that you're looking at.
Yeah.
So we are going to tell you about a little scoop with the incredible hashtag Seat at the Table campaign. It's all about us setting up our tables anywhere we fancy in Mzansi this Easter. Just let your imagination fly free, chowing down on that Easter feast while soaking up the epic vibes of our beautiful country. And we have got so many spots to do it.
Yeah, it sounds way too good to be true, but it is actually true. You live here. But trust me, it's all about living our best lives right here in Mzansi. And the great thing is no passports needed, no trips to home affairs and waiting too long. We are here and we get a seat at our table.
Just need a bit of pat course and you are on your way. I know Zanele is probably experiencing the same wanderlust that we are, and we are so blessed in this job to discover these amazing places. Hannah, I've got to ask you, is there that place, that one place where you'll set up your Easter table and invite possibly us to have a hashtag seat at the table?
You don't have to ask me twice to be Dora the Explorer. I am there like a bear. Thank you very much. And I say that because when we talk about places to go in South Africa, there are ample different places that we can go. But for me, the garden route, always just such a beautiful option. I feel like, just like you guys said, there's always gems to be found. And on that garden route, whether you decide you want to stay over somewhere or you want to just go right through, you have views to take home in terms of memories, which are just absolutely sublime. And then another place that I think that so many people sometimes they skip past it, but it really is a gem, is Clarence. Clarence does the things that need to be done in terms of being so serene, but then at the same time, it gives you just such a beautiful experience that I think you can't just find anywhere in South Africa. It's unique to Clarence. So yes, if I had to be Dora, that's where I'm going, gents.
Oh, I love it. Put it on the bucket list, babe. That is crazy. Clarence, we've spoken about a lot.
Yeah.
I left my sanity in Clarence. I think I had one of the wildest shoot weekends there of my life. But I love the fact that maybe that's the real gift this job gives you, is to look through places through the emotional lens of people who live there.
That's it.
So that's what I love, is meeting locals in these spaces. For you, where would you set your table up?
I have so many places. I mean, I love the garden route from Hughes and LA, but at the same time, I think that if you come to Cape Town, right, please come and visit Franschhoek.
Oh,
there's
I was there
Franschhoek
yesterday, dude.
But there's something about Franschhoek that I love. It's you can be there and you can feel like you're away. But you're not too far away, but you feel like the majesty of the place, the tourism opportunities, the fact that everybody is employed within that wine valley, but more importantly, there's small businesses that you can go and explore and enjoy. And if you want to take the entire family out, there could be a seat at the table there for Easter in Franschhoek.
Oh, completely. Like you go past maybe the farm shop at a Boschendal or something like that. You get all of your ingredients. You have your picnic blanket. You can set your table up on the ground wherever you want. I love Franschhoek.
So I would say Franschhoek's mine, but don't forget about you, because Anela and I are very excited to know. Is it Clarence for you or something else?
It's not Clarence, actually. No, do you know what sold me? So there's a particular beach. It's called Hospital Beach on the Weskus. It's right by Jacobsbaai. It's so restorative. Why it's called Hospital Beach is they would literally take patients there to heal. And it's where I proposed to my gorgeous wife. It is so, so beautiful. I absolutely love that part of the world. So for me, Weskus all the way. And this is, under 2 hours drive away. You might even see me in the picture. My long-term vision is to buy a holiday home there that my family can have for generations. That's on my vision board. That's how much I love that place. Oh, man, it's time. Let's get out of here, bro. Let's go on holiday. Come on.
Zanele, Hospital Beach, what do you think?
Oh, it seems like the place I want to go live. Like, I mean, if people are getting engaged there, I'm still looking for someone. So you know what I mean. I wanna definitely check it out. But it sounds absolutely stunning the way that you describe it, Graham. Oh my goodness, that's so special.
Yeah,
and it is, man. I think it's the emotional connection to these places. Go to Prince Albert, go to these little towns, discover the people there, and your mind will be blown about just your backyard. Love this, man.
Wow, this is great. As you can hear, you can take a hashtag seat at the table this Easter and hashtag travel wise Mzansi, hiking trails, city tours,
love it,
yoga on the beach, water sport activities, wine tastings, proposals at Hospital Beach, Oyster Franschhoek, beautiful moments in Clarence. There are so many things to experience because this entire place is unique and unforgettable. Take advantage of your land.
You got it. Just one kind of warning going into Franschhoek. It's so romantic there. I went there with an ex, and every time we sat down at a restaurant, the waiter was like, "Good luck, buddy, you've got this." Like, no, by the end of the trip, I think she was expecting me to propose. I'm so sorry. It wasn't our time. But the best part of all, of course, when we look at our short left options, it's all so affordable. They've made it so accessible, freedom to explore at your own pace and discover those hidden gems right here in Mzansi.
We hope that we've tantalized the taste buds because get out there and enjoy the Easter weekend here, whether you're seeking adventure, relaxation, cultural immersion, proposal. There's something for everyone to enjoy right here in our own backyard.
So get out there and do it. Gather your family, your friends, pack your bag, your patkos, and embark on an Easter adventure. And remember to travel safe, Mzansi. Please don't sacrifice that. Visit shotleft.co.za for more exciting and very affordable activities, some great deals to do just that. Enjoy.
Let's take a short left right here with a bit of fashion for Easter, whether you're spending time with family, attending church services, or preparing for an Easter feast, or maybe traveling. I mean, that's a good idea as well. Ensure you show up in the perfect look that will effortlessly transition from morning to evening. Now, here to guide us for a memorable Easter extravaganza is stylist and creative director. And let me tell you something, right? I tried to call Taryn. I tried to call her. Guess what? She was engaged. Anyway, Taryn Oppel's here. Welcome. It's great to see you again on the show.
Hi, Carl.
So naturally with Easter, we are in a transition period when it comes to the seasons. So we have to be very, very smart. Now, you've told us before that a good old bit of layering is always important.
Yes.
In case you enjoy it outside, walking in, a lot of people in the home, but warmer. You don't want to lose the fashion when you lose a layer. So is that what we're going for today?
Absolutely. I think that any cover-up should just add a little extra to what you already have, right?
Yes.
And obviously transitioning into a new season is one of my favorites because it's just adding that extra little bit to your outfit.
Yeah.
You know, to keep it a little warm. I mean, the temperatures are soon dropping, so we've got to prepare for that.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's all about the layering, absolutely.
So tell me about some of the ideas that we've got here on the rail, because I'm sure that you are literally ringing in a new season. So it'll be cool for us to take a look at some of the looks.
Oh, gosh.
Especially for Easter lunch and Easter dinner and all of those types of things.
Yes, well, let's jump right in. Okay, so obviously, naturally, like we said, we're going a little smarter for this occasion. And for women, it's all about the dress. So this is obviously sleeveless.
Love.
So it's, you know, maybe it's come out of your summer wardrobe. You can layer it with a lightweight roll neck. What I like to do is turn a dress into a skirt. So you can just layer your dress with a little jumper.
I like that. You know why? Decorum, church services.
Exactly.
Works well because then after church service you can remove the jersey, have a good time at
have a good time with the family
in the backyard. Love it.
Totally.
Yes.
Okay, and then I also just want to jump into the sort of silky, flowy blouse.
Love.
The button-up is really beautiful.
Love.
And what I love is contrasting your sort of silky fabrics with a little bit of PU, leather look, which is really nice. I love the contrast of that, the soft and the hard.
Leather has got a better rap these days. Remember when leather represented, you're a biker, you're a rugged guy, you got a mohawk and wearing leather. But
no more.
Something about leather has created class now.
Because, I mean, what a beautiful A-line skirt. Nothing says bike about this, you know?
Not at all. It's very classy. I love that.
Not at all. And then I just want to jump into a few other dresses. These are also really lightweight. You can go printed or plain black.
This is great.
I mean, you know me, I love a black dress.
But it's what I like it is easy wearing. So
Yes.
when you have a dress that doesn't have as much structure, it's forgiving, which I do appreciate, especially if you
Absolutely.
know you're going to tuck in for Easter lunch.
Exactly.
You know how it goes.
And if you're really good at tucking, you can cover up completely.
with a coat.
With
Perfect.
a coat, yeah. So, yeah, this is a really great classic houndstooth print, which goes well with black.
I would wear that,
absolutely.
by the way.
Would you?
Yeah, I would totally do.
I can see
I
it
have
on
no
you.
problem. I would go from either men's, women's. It doesn't matter to me. I think if it looks good, I'll wear it.
And then I just want to touch on the knit dress, which is a great sort of one-piece wonder. I mean, it's warm, but it's still, you know, that one piece that you don't need to layer because it's already got the texture and the warmth, but it's also really great pieces to have in your wardrobe.
And it's great because, you know, this season as well, also footwear is great to play around with, especially with those items, you know?
Yes.
I like when you go, the boots are so cool for
How
this.
beautiful is
And
this? I love this color, it's sort of like mushroomy, taupey color, which works well with dresses and skirts and trousers.
Right.
And then, of course, if you're more of a classic heel gal,
Yep.
then you can go with your court shoe.
This
But I
is
just
fun.
want to bring Lataba out.
I would like to see some, I was going to ask you if I could just see some of these
Yes.
now.
So she's wearing a little silky wrap dress with
This
a
is-
Multon coat, which also has a wrap belt.
I love there's a heel. There's
There's
a
a
good heel over there. So
heel.
that
It's-
also
it's
speaks to
giving
decorum.
church vibes.
It is giving decorum. It's giving that I respect where I am.
Yes.
But I can kick these off later and still have a good time. And I enjoy that. So
Absolutely. But I also just want to remove your coat because I just want to show the beautiful sort of long sleeve of this dress, which is really pretty.
I'm into multifunctional. Forgive me here, but this is also giving, I can go enjoy a celebration. It's giving corporate too.
Yes,
I can wear this to work.
absolutely. I was just going to say, I took the words right out of my mouth, Carl.
I'm so sorry. But I mean, you know, great minds.
Yeah, no, it's because
But
you're so educated on this fashion thing. I love it. I love it.
Thank you so much. But this is what I'm thinking about. You want things in your wardrobe that is going to be functional and celebration-wise, but also if you do want to go into your occupational space, it can work there too.
Yes, I feel like
Drinks
I feel
after.
like anything you purchase shouldn't just be for that. You should really try and stretch it out, you know, across occasions and you know through life.
And we live in South Africa. Socioeconomics are real, but let's do
Yes.
something functional. Something for gents.
I
like let me see
thought
something
you'd
for me.
never
I like some
ask.
ideas for.
Thought you'd never ask.
For,
Okay, so
for Carl.
for the
Thank
men,
you.
we all know that a man looks incredible in a suit. Okay, so normally you would layer this with a shirt or a golfer or a t-shirt. But now, you know, moving into the colder months,
Yeah.
we're looking at maybe a little lightweight roll neck. Oof, very
Agreed.
smart.
You know what I like? It inspires that very, very sort of. I don't know what it is about a polo neck, but like you kind of look at somebody differently with a polo neck on.
Like Steve Jobs.
You know, yes. I feel like I could own a tech company with a little polo neck and a blazer. Come on.
I can see that.
Eh?
But I also love what you're wearing, your button-up golfer knit.
Thank you
It's
so much.
Really amazing. That would also look really great under a blazer.
Thank you.
But also love how you're wearing it now, Carl.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And then, of course, men, they also have beautifully structured Multon coats. I love this
I was
color.
gonna
It's
say.
very classic.
Once again, I can go out with this and I can go to the corporate space with this.
Yes, and easy to throw on and, you know, and take off and, you know, so, and I love that the buttons are hidden so it becomes a lot more cleaner in its silhouette.
You need a model, right? You said you like what I'm wearing.
I do.
Sorry, just give me a second. I just
Okay.
wanted... Oh, wait, there is actually... Sorry, there's a real model. Apologies. I thought you needed one.
Yes,
Oh,
she's
there's
here.
a real one.
She's
Sorry.
here.
He's slightly taller.
He's
Anyway.
looking very suave in his blazer and his trouser, his suit. This is what I spoke about, the roll neck layered under the blazer, which is
Turn it
really,
around as you
really
unbutton,
great.
my brother. There we go. You
Which is
see?
a really great alternative to your everyday tee, golfer shirt. And then, of course, his loafers are looking
Those
snazzy.
are very snazz. And they look very functional as well. I could
Yes.
invite this gentleman to a wedding, to a board meeting, and more importantly, to Easter lunch. Yes. Taryn, this has been great. Just the way you've married all the styles together. It's fantastic,
Oh
eh?
my God.
It really is. Oh, man, I really think it's great. Thank you. It's great to engage with you on Woolworths and the fashions for Easter. It's really been fantastic. Tara and Opal, always ready. Remember the boots, the layering. It's a change of season for some people in their lives and also for actual seasons. No matter your Easter plans, Woolies has you covered with everything you need for every occasion. Shop these looks and more at Woolworths, in-store, online and on the app.
Skinny jeans from only $4.49. Only superior trims and finishes like nickel-free hardware and reinforced seams. The only denim to choose.
Well, someone's new season of life is about to begin. Young Chad Jones is headed to Zanzibar on Tropica Island of Treasure, but the challenges have begun already. We're going to find out if he can tell the difference between the flavors of Tropica and pass his first major test. You'll also get some tips on how you could be joining him on the Tropica Island of Treasure. Then we have got the ultimate kitchen hack, these beautiful little custard brulee tartlets. So easy to make, you want to stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3. And my friend, from the shores of Mzansi all the way to the beautiful views of Zanzibar. Very soon it's going to be happening where Tropica Island of Treasure is going to be embarking on season 11. And yes, it's going to be huge. But this is why we've got in the building one of the celebrity contestants rather. It is going to be Chad Jones. Chad, are you feeling yourself? Are you like, you know?
I'm ready.
You're feeling ready. Okay, this is the thing. We're going to be putting Chad to the test with a little bit of a mental and physical game. And I say that because he's got to do a little bit of drinking of some Tropica. And then he needs to try and guess what exactly is the flavor. Chad, are you up for this?
Yeah. Let's do it. I'm ready.
And it's that balance of mental and physical, like you said earlier on. Yes.
The physical's the taste.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I thought I was going to be like heavy lifting or something.
No. All you got to do is get blindfolded very quickly. That's the number one. Number two, I need to get these out. Chad, I've got to ask you, when you're getting ready for something that, you know, challenges you, what is your routine that you kind of get into to maybe, I don't know, feel a little bit like, okay, I'm ready?
Well, it depends if it's mental or physical.
Okay. So what would a mental one be, since this is mostly mental?
I would just, think about what the challenge is, first of all, and how I'm going to tackle it from all angles.
Okay, and you can't see anything, Chad?
No.
No,
I can
no
hear that
cheating
you
here.
hear.
Okay, perfect. I am. Okay.
Physically, I would stretch though.
Okay.
Stretching's important.
Stretching's important. He knows. He goes to the gym twice a day. It's a lot. Chad, let's start with flavor number 1. Okay. Let's. Here we go. I'm putting it in your hand. Have a little bit of a taste over there. Smelling it. Hi, boy. This man, Betuna, he has tactics. Okay.
It's pineapple.
Okay. Okay. At the end, I'm going to tell you what you get out of 4 because I've got 4 in front of me. Okay, perfect. That's number 1. Let's move on to number 2. Here we go. I can't believe you're smelling this first. I would have never thought to do that. I'm just going straight for my lips. He's taking it in. He's taking it in. Where are we? Hi, Chad. Chad has maneuvers, Betuna, Kini. I think this one is challenging him a little bit. Would you look at that? Okay. He even had a double gulp. I can tell that he's not sure. What is it?
Mango peach.
Mango peach? Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see what goes on. Let's go over to the next one. Here we go. Yes.
Cool red.
And he's so confident, this man. Oh, is it? Is that it? All right, let's do the last one. Let's go here. And I wonder if you're going to make yourself proud, Chad, come the end. Let's go. That's the 4th and final one. Oh, he's palate cleansing. Yeah. Palate cleansing. Okay.
Orange.
Oh, sorry about it. So much confidence. Hectic. And you need confidence at Tropical Island of Treasure, hey? Okay, Chad, I'm going to let you take off your blindfold and let you see what's happening here, all right? First and foremost, your face is on all of these. That guy looks familiar.
Yeah. Looking good?
Yes, yeah, you're looking good. Looking great, in fact. You got pineapple. You got orange. Over here, we had mixed berries.
Well, that's the cool red.
And the cool red, I suppose. So you got
Mixed
3
berries.
out of 4 because this is tropical.
Tropical.
Not mango peach.
Yeah, I was...
Yeah. He's going to try and convince me that it's all the same thing. Everybody, please give him a round of applause. Chad Jones. Chad, you got like 3.5 out of 4.
I've actually never tasted this one before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Chad, you got to do better. Come on. They only drink
That's the one I
Tropica.
took along with, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It is.
So it was like...
I love this. But Chad...
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I think it's going to be exciting going to Zanzibar.
Super.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And guys, don't forget to enter.
Yeah. Do the things. Do the things that need to be done. And remember, entering is so easy. #Tropica with your audition video, as well as @MyTropica. And friend, just like that, you could possibly win your share of R500,000 and be Chad Jones's partner. It is incredible, but don't forget that that's smooth when you bet on yourself. Right about now, though, we got the family out in Cape Teasy doing the things that need to be done as we continue with your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Thank you so much, Chad and Zanelli. I think they're going to have a lot of fun in Zanzibar. But we'll take it back to the kitchen right now. And this next recipe is an absolute treat. Just like the little tart stood beside me. We are making bruleed, bite-sized custard tartlets. And I think usually people rush to the bakeries and coffee shops to get their hands on a fresh batch. But today we're going to show you how fresh we can make them in our own home. And the star of the recipe is Clover's brand new vanilla custard, which is going to make the filling extra special. All right, so I brought a lot of little tarts with me today to prove this point.
That's right. I'm tart 1. Tart 2, 3, 4, and 5 are coming up in the next couple of minutes, but I just want to get this ready.
Easy peasy.
That's beautiful.
It looks great. Did you just test the viscosity
I
of
did
your...
indeed. I love the word viscosity so much.
I just keep waiting for a chance to say unctuous, and I think we can.
Can we do it now?
We're going to say
Let's hold it.
Hold it until we've had a taste. Okay, so it's very simple, my friend. What we're going to be doing, we bought our kind of cast little tartlet cases, which is great, and it takes a lot of the hassle out of this process. And then we're going to fill it with our beautiful Clover vanilla hinted custard, and then we're going to have fun with our blowtorch. So fill your little cuppies up with your custard, and you obviously want to get it kind of fairly level.
So do it nice and evenly, and then we go from there. That's great. Oh, this is so. This is very easy. You can have good conversation with this, and
exactly. You can people can dress their own little tartlets up, even make it food theatre.
Yeah. How about like a dessert charcuterie?
Yeah.
And then you just put a couple of these out, and then they can do their own filling,
choose their berries,
do their own bruleeing. That's great. I love that.
Give a couple of different kinds of sugars. And of course, we're using some cinnamon as well. I think I overfilled one and underfilled another. There we go.
This is great.
And these can be quite cute and rustic, I think. That's, oh, check, I've got enough left for a little taste test.
Done and dusted.
Yes, it is still awesome.
Great.
Wait, no, just one more.
Do I have... Hold on.
Incredible.
I have some more.
Yeah, you can do it, man. The little tart needs a little custard. It desperately does. Okay, so now we've got our sugar for the brulee part of the process, but we've got some cinnamon.
So cinnamon, I mean, you could put the cinnamon straight on, or you could put the cinnamon in the sugar.
That's what I'm going to do, and I love this. Like, for me, pancakes with cinnamon sugar, pastry with cinnamon sugar, anything with cinnamon sugar in it, it just works. I absolutely love it.
Oh, the smell is giving.
Hey?
It's giving.
It might feel like a Christmassy kind of thing, but also I find the cinnamon flavor profile fits Easter so well. So if you don't want to go crazy with the chocolate, you can go the tartlet route. Okay, so now we're going to sprinkle a little bit, cover as much of the surface as you can, because this is going to be what obviously gets melted down, caramelized. Whoa, I've got a lot of...
This is great.
I think I'm going to have a really thick brulee.
But that's fine. You know, you want to do that. You want to have that little snap on the top. So it's
absolutely want that. And of course, it's going to be the perfect like textural sounding board for the custard. And of course, we've had our little taste test to make sure that it is still just as delicious as the first time we've tasted it. But I think the new addition to Clover's range, the vanilla custard, is super creamy, super smooth, and it's absolutely delicious. It's going to be perfect for our little project here. Okay, are you ready to brulee, my friend?
For a distance first.
Yeah, I know. You don't go all in too hard.
You want to do it from a distance first and then take it from there, and then it actually caramelizes properly. It's fantastic. I also want to get a little bit of those marks on the outside.
I like
so it almost, so it's got that proper custard tart look, and that's what we're looking for.
And this is going to seriously change the flavor profile as well. I mean, that cinnamon is going to have a kick, but there's something toffee-like about the brulee, the mouthfeel, which is going to be a perfect kind of balance of foil for the unbelievable texture of the custard.
I'm not sure I have enough gas to do yours, though. But I'm going to try my best to finish
I've got enough hot air in me. I'm just full of hot air. I think we can get it right. Well done, man.
And that's what I'm looking for, because you want to have that snap on the top, don't you?
Exactly. You want that little bit of crunch.
And that's it. I think the best one is that one there.
Has there ever been a worthier cause, a more worthy cause to run out of gas on? I don't think so. I don't think so. There we go.
Last bit. And we're good to go. That's it. Done and dusted.
These guys are ready for the next shift that are coming in. Now, of course, you dress it up with your beautiful little raspberries for a pop of colour, but it's not just the visual element here. What makes this so good is the sourness of the raspberries. Really does kind of, again, provide a beautiful counterfoil for the rich, creamy flavour of the custard. But I think that's beautiful, and it took you all of about 3 seconds to create.
That's all she wrote.
A little tart. Behind this little tart.
This is great.
Special. We're going to refill our gas canister, and then we're going to make about 100 of these, because you can when it's this small. And if you love custard as much as we do, then you have to make these heavenly bruleed, bite-sized custard tartlets. I can't send you my little tart to help you, but you can download the full recipe on expressoshow.com, and you can head over to his socials if you want a little DM.
Thank you so much.
Should we have a taste of one of our... Why don't you crack your guy in half.
This one over here. Okay, let's hope I actually got the brulee right here. But
there we go. I can
see
that. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, this is great. Okay? You know what? I'm just going to bite it.
Just do it, man. You've earned the right. Wow. Want to hear the crunch?
Okay.
Yeah, getting a crunch.
Sourness of the raspberry. You were right. That brulee on the top, fantastic. And sorry, the custard is pouring out the top. That's unctuous.
Oh, there we go. I was waiting for the music to start again and a little bunny rabbit to rock up. That is wonderful. Well done, dude. And how easy was that? You can make them big, you can make them small. I love the idea of making it interactive. Put out a smorgasbord of all of the kinds of delicious additives, fillings, toppings, and then have a little bit of fun and handle the blowtorch with care. But you can find this recipe, expressoshow.com. Go get creative with it. Oh, absolutely beautiful. We're going to hopefully inspire
your
those
custard game with the all-new vanilla-flavoured Clover custard. So creamy and smooth, it makes all the other desserts a little jelly.
So we're going to do our part to help those creative juices get pumping by bringing you one of the most creative individuals to grace our Expresso stage. Matthew is still with us this morning with a couple of magical performances to see out our Human Rights Day commemoration celebration today in true South African style.
Please don't go anywhere. We're still having a good time.
Yeah. Go and find your little tart.
You can make
Zanzibar for Tropical Island of Treasure. Are you? Did you just swim here from South Africa? There's an easier way to find fame and your share of a smooth R1 fortune. Simply upload your audition to social media, explain why you're a match for our celebs. Add the hashtag Tropica and tag @MyTropica, and we could see you in Zanzibar. Buy a Tropica now and enter to be on the island.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Right, it's time. It is the time. It is your time to get ready to play Sports Stake. 8 fixture list 702. Why am I being so specific? Because there is an estimated jackpot right there of over 1.6 million rand today.
We really want you to win.
Please.
Like, we seriously want you to win. The only way you can is to play. And how do you play? Walk in store, say hello, happy Human Rights Day, grab yourself a ticket. nationallottery.co.za, that's the website, the mobile app, or simply dial *120 *7529 hash. That is for you, SSD.
And you can make it rain. Lots of cash, lots and lots of cash this March. And of course, stand a chance to hashtag be inja your game.
It's going to be
$1 million.
Yes, man, it's a lot of money, and you need to enjoy. So it is Human Rights Day, a public holiday. We have entertainment for you. Matthew Field is still here, ready to go with his amazing artistry. So enjoy him as he takes us out of your Feel Good Breakfast show.
This is a song called Don't Call Her Over to You.
Don't call her over to you just 'cause she's in range of your voice when you're feeling sad or you're feeling strange. And don't count on her kindness, you don't know what it contains. And don't call her over to you across the windswept plains. Any two things too quickly. Don't try to make her smile, and don't give her your confession. Don't ask her for her hand, and don't call her over to you in a barren hinterland. Big white palace in the mist. A knight is standing there where love once lived. He wears no armor, but a suit of cream, bursting at the seams. Don't call her over to you just 'cause she's in range of your voice when you're feeling sad or you're feeling strange. And don't pine for sweetness at the edge of her domain. And don't call her over to you among the sugar cane. Because of the love of her and me, the love of me and her. Because of the moisture on her upper lip. Because of the love of her and me, the love of me and her. Because of the things in our relationship.
Beautiful. Wow.
This guy. Wow, Matthew Field. He's an incredible person, honestly, and he deserves to take a last bow because he's just one of those individuals. Matthew Field from Beatenberg, we appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for your artistry. Thank you so much for being so amazing. And I'm looking forward to the new album, The Great Fire of Beatenberg.
Oh, and that fire clearly is burning bright. So good that they've come back to their roots to connect with the fan base where it all began. Oh, we love that kid. Likewise, we love you. We love the fact that you spent 3 hours with us and our insanity today, and that we get to do it all over again tomorrow, and a special celebration because a certain South African icon in the form of Dozy is hitting a very big milestone in his life, his age progression, but also his musical performances. And he seems to be in the best shape of his life, but certainly performing on another level. And he's here to perform for us tomorrow.
It's going to be great. Honestly, with all the performances, you're going to need water.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, World Water Day tomorrow, so we have to look at conservation, the way we see water in the world, water scarcity. We're going to get all the facts and figures from our experts tomorrow, so make sure you stick around for that.
And of course, that really matters here in South Africa at the moment. Anyone up north in Gauteng really understands that as a basic human right. And then, of course, it's a Friday, so we're going to move coffee tables. If you don't have a coffee table, buy one so you can move it out the way, so you can dance along with us. It's going to be an awesome official start to the long weekend, which has already begun, but we'll do it anyway.
It's going to be great. And so it gives you time. So I would say walk into your local Woolworths and go grab yourself any sort of, let's just say, finger puppet like a bunny, which would be great ahead of Easter. Start practicing for the big weekend. That's going to be great. It's been a lovely show, honestly, G, and we cannot wait because both of us will be here tomorrow to usher you through another show and into the weekend.
So if you are experiencing a long weekend like right now, we're a little bit jealous, but we love you. Go out today and really take a moment to think about what it means for Human Rights Day today for you. There must be a personal connection. We have come so far. It's time for you to live your purpose through that. We absolutely love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Adios.
Bursting at the seams.
Elevate your custard game with the all-new vanilla-flavored Clover custard. So creamy and smooth, it makes all the other desserts a little jelly.
Another feel-good production.